think I know?
I don't know. The music is playing, but I don't see any. Oh, the red light's on finally. Thank you, everybody. Hello and welcome to another Just Enough Heshy show. I keep saying that because, thank God, it's another show. I didn't think we'd make it this far. Anyways, on this SD, well, first I want to welcome my co-host, Neil. Hello, my voice of reason. Hello, welcome back. I hope your weekend was good. Hope your weekend was good.
I got a lot more reason.
By the way,
my wisdom tooth, and I feel like I have more reason.
And by the way, I was very sick this weekend. We're going to talk about that.
Oh, sure, it must be very important.
And and SD, our beautiful. No, what did you call her in the green room that we were on before? What did you say?
Yeah,
nice,
hot one.
The hot one. But I call her beautiful, SD. Hello, welcome.
It's more respectful, you know.
And SD, another different color flower. I am proud of you. I can't believe you're sticking with the game. You're okay. So and tonight we're going to have a special guest join us a little later on. Ralph Romano.
Yeah.
He's late. Ralph Romeo. I call him Romano because he's my Christian brother, you know.
Ralph, he's coming on from that other show.
From the other show, 970. We were on his show, the Ralph Romeo show.
Like the Just Enough Heshy, except we don't use his last name.
Right. All these egotistical men in one room.
I'm not egotistical. I don't have my last name. I just say Just Enough Heshy.
Ralph's not
because
egotistical.
you don't have your last name?
No, I don't have my last name.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, Ralph's not egotistical.
That's why, because you don't want to give your family any credit for what you became. That's it. Zero.
He just doesn't want people stalking him.
No association.
Wow, you guys are coming after me tonight, but that's good. I'm happy.
No, we're just saying, hey, good evening.
I didn't do my opening quote, but I still have to. We have one more special guest tonight. A good-looking, young, handsome gentleman. Are you married, by the way? Oh, he's not married yet, too. Anyways, his name is Yossi Lefkowitz. Yossi? He's a personal trainer as well as somebody who can help us with nutrition, help us lose weight. And he's going to give us some advice. He's going to give me advice, I'm hoping. I am not doing too well lately, and we have a whole bunch of stuff to discuss on that subject. But welcome to our show tonight, and maybe we'll find you a headset. I don't know.
That's the year?
Yeah.
She might not be doing too well right now.
No,
I know. I also heard that. And I was thinking, oh my God, is he sick?
No, not mentally. Even though he was talking to me about therapy in the car, I quickly shut him up.
Wow.
But I told him
two people already. How many people have to tell you need therapy before you believe
Not
us?
therapy. It's a different kind of therapy. Anyways, I'd like to start with my a quote of the night, if that's okay with you.
Confusion.
Right. Is the producer happy with that? Fine. Good. He's giving me a hard time lately. Anyways, here's my my quote of the day. Obstacles. Fear can be good when you are walking past an alley at night or when you need to check the locks on your doors before you go to bed. But it's not good when you have a goal and you're fearful of obstacles, when often you get trapped by our fears. But anyone who has had success and love has failed before. Success. One measures your success will be the degree to which you build up others who work with you. While building up others, you build up yourself. My point here tonight, and I know, Neil, you're not going to like this.
Hard work pays off.
No. I never said hard work pays off. Don't be scared.
Never.
Don't be scared of anything.
Never.
Don't be scared to open the door.
Never.
Don't be scared to go through the doors. And make sure while you're doing that you help the other person. Help build them up, because if you build...
Forget that crap. The point is, in your own life...
Not your own life.
You
should not gonna
never have fear about anything.
It's my quote, and you're mixing it.
Because that's what really counts.
Okay.
Again, we all start with ourselves.
We do, but
if we can't get to a point that we eliminate fear, how do you expect us to give it over to someone else?
You should look behind it. Didn't you hear at the beginning? You should be scared to look. Don't go around dark alleys. Keep your doors locked.
One day walk down the street and guys walking with a dog or something, and like automatically the dog could be this big, you know?
Right.
Automatically they walk into the other side.
It's
foolish.
Foolish.
People unless they have dogs, then they're like, oh, it's so cute. By the way, that's how guys pick up girls. I have a friend. Every time she sees a dog, she's like, oh, it's so cute. I'm like, don't give into it. That's what they want.
Anyways, you are. I'm somehow in a small chair tonight. I'm not happy. But
what show are we on?
I was trying to get to that.
I wanted to know, what show am I on? I woke up. I didn't know where I'm going.
What show are we on, Esty?
We are on the Just Enough Heshy show. Like us on Facebook. Go to Just Enough Heshy. We're also on Twitter. You can do hashtag Just Enough Heshy. That's a good thing. And also, if you'd like to advertise with us, you can email us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. Let's see.
What about the hashtag? You did the hashtag?
Yeah, the hashtag.
I didn't hear the hashtag.
Hashtag just enough Heshy.
Oh,
Happy.
gosh. Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, I got Twitter things already. Look at this.
Wow.
Okay.
You can call in at 718-303-9090.
Why don't you just sit in the other room and read the Twitter? And play
Yeah.
with the Twitter?
I love the Twitter.
We'll have a guest sit in for you.
Okay.
And that's it.
So go ahead, Esty. What were you saying? You have some. You have to pay for the show, no?
Yeah, always first thing.
Always first thing.
I don't understand you people. What's wrong with you?
I know. We're not.
I feel like we should first hook him up. Like we should hook them in.
Hook them in with that they should buy a product, then they can listen to my show. Go ahead.
You must listen before you can. Yes. Okay, we have Le Buffet on 55th and 17th Avenue.
That's with the thing on top of
with
the
the
E,
latte
right?
and the cinnamon. Yeah.
No.
The cinnamon on
of the
top.
E.
Yeah, the
Oh.
latte.
The
Latte.
Latte. I feel
Le
like
latte.
buffet, you idiot.
But it's not
I'm
latte.
going back. You were telling me that it has the line.
The
on
line
top
above
of
the E. Above the E, there's a little
Okay.
thing, and you call it Le Buffet.
oh, okay, Le Buffet
Okay, where they're located?
on 55th and 17th Avenue. They do
Okay.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you want, they also do catering. You can reach them at 718-438-7612. We have the Black Label e-cigs. You can go to blpremiumesig.com. You can also call Mikey at 561-239-5941. Next, we have Gotham One Solutions.
Oh,
Asbestos and lead abatement. You can reach Joel at 917-577-2867. Then we have Green Line Building Consultants.
Wow, that's the big one.
we have been doing some good stuff. We help the people out with violations. We do, people call me today. They can't get their plans approved. They have a lot of objections, and we sit there and we help you, guide you. We consult with you. We tell you how to clear your violations. We tell you how to prepare for inspections, and that's what we do. We call us. Call us at 718-871-0382. We have a good staff that will help walk you through the system. We'll help to discuss with you, and if you need our services of architectural or expediting or sending somebody down for your violations and help clear them up or get you the lowest fine, be our guest. We're located
if
at...
you need someone to go in front of the judge for you.
Right, because people are scared to do that. They have
Right.
fear. 5318 16th Avenue as 718-871-0382. And we do lead and asbestos inspections. And if you have problems, we send and recommend you to the right guy like Gotham One Solutions.
Yes.
Now, tonight, I want to bring in a new guy, and his name is Yossi Lefkowitz. Yossi's going to tell us about it. He's a personal trainer. He has his own, what do you have, your own studio?
Oh, you have like 7 degree certificates, something?
More like 17, but
17 certificates.
Talking to the
Wow.
mic, don't be
That's
scared. You have 17 certificates?
we'll have a background.
Why do you want to hear yourself?
Yeah, that's a good point. I have a background for the past 6 years. I've been studying health and fitness, but most of all, for me,
Hey,
it's
you
all
want to hear
about.
yourself? Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Go ahead.
But
But,
most of all, it's all about growth, and that's the way I help people. Is by me growing, I can help other people to a higher level.
so yeah, how much can you bench press or something? What is it? Lift? I don't know what they call, weights.
No, but I want to know, do you have a studio? You have machines and stuff?
Correct. I have a place on 1689 48th in Borough Park.
How do we reach you?
You can call me.
Well, we need a number.
I don't know your number. Do you know his number?
I might.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
no, I don't.
I don't know how to reach him. I'm trying to go exercise.
You can call me at 347-816-5207.
Repeat that for us. Esther will
Again.
repeat it. You're a beautiful girl.
Hold on, I didn't get it. Sorry. I was a little bit late with the
Don't worry
pen.
about it.
347-816-07.
5207.
Got it.
Do you have a website or a web
I
page?
don't at the moment, but you can look me up on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's one-on-one fitness training with Yossi Lefkowitz.
One-on-one fitness training. That's fine. And you tell about it. Anyway, so that's
no, but
what.
who? Just tell me, who would be your ideal customer?
Yeah.
Now, what do you do for somebody? I come in. What do you do? Just tell me, lift weights. I want to lose 65 pounds.
I want to lose 50 pounds.
Okay.
Well, the truth is.
He was telling me about these drinks that I should be drinking.
Did you let him talk?
I want to
let the
interrupt you.
man
Okay,
talk.
go ahead.
You know what? With you, you telling me you need to lose weight. Most of the clients that I get do, want to lose a lot of weight. It all starts with, again, it's eating right and exercise. You can't just do one. And it takes time. What I do with most clients is, for one, they're going to come to me. I'm going to teach them A to Z what they need to know to get healthy, from eating right to exercise to how to take care of your sleep, recovery, and so forth.
What were you saying about measurements? You know, you have measuring machines. What is that?
Okay. So, the only way to get results is to know where you're coming from and where you want to go. So the way you do that is you need to know where you're beginning. What I do is I put people on a Tanita full body segmental scan. It's a really expensive scale that's really accurate, actually, and it tells us about 30 or 40 different measurements in the body pretty accurately at a very high level.
Do you do men and women?
Right now, only men. And
women, if they dress really modestly, no.
Exactly.
Now, when
men only.
But when I go to the gym, I start lifting these weights. I get Charlie horse. My bones start to hurt me. Is that happens by you?
Well, you know what? That's obviously a side effect of trauma. The cumulative injury, cumulative tissue cycle. You that's going to happen. Now, there are ways to prevent that. I teach my clients soft tissue work, from foam rolling to stretching and corrective exercise. And the difference between, again, going to the gym and doing that and adding in the soft tissue is a whole different ballgame. So once you learn that, you will get less sore, you'll have better recovery, but you're going to get sore.
I think in short, he's telling you that when you get there, he's going to have these weights. They weigh about an ounce or two each, and therefore you won't strain any of your muscles.
We're going to get back to
that haven't moved in the last.
But Jesse, do I have to train every night or once a week? Because I know these guys, like my son, goes every night to the gym. Is there something wrong with him? Every night.
You know what? I'll tell you this. For someone like you, no, not every night. Definitely not. Your son is how old? 23?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's.
But I walk 5 miles a day with no problem, and they can't keep up with me.
That's terrific. But again,
what do you do?
5 miles a day.
Where? When? Nobody believes you.
Are you calling me a liar?
What, that you drive 5 miles a day?
And then consider it walking somehow?
I can ask my boys. We were in Jersey, and we had to walk.
What does this happen, 1931 or something?
I walk 5 miles. I could do 5 miles in an hour. 15.5.
You do it every day.
Not every day, but I should do it.
When? Like, you can do it once a month?
I'm going to chime in here, and again, you and your son are two different people. He's younger. His recovery ability and everything is much higher. So for him, training, every day is probably fine. But for you,
see, he knows how to tell your dad that he's an old man.
For you,
very nice.
No.
Very nice.
I don't know.
Doing a good job.
I pitch 9 innings of baseball when these kids can't even pitch 6 innings.
Let me tell you, with the proper amount of soft tissue work, proper amount of stretching and recovery techniques, which I can teach you, that will really help you.
Good. We're going to get back to you. We have a special
guest. 1 minute, but how much time is a session like?
Between 45 minutes and an hour.
And how much do you charge for a session?
It's between 45 and 60, depending on the package that you're,
And my question to you is what happens? You're giving me a 45-minute session, and after 30 minutes, I want to give up.
He motivates you?
Are you going to let
me tell you something. When you go to a regular trainer,
give up. What is this fear?
After 10 minutes. I'm not fair.
What was the thing you just read? What was it you read? Your point this
I'm not
morning.
fearful. I get tired. I work a whole day.
We all get tired. That's the whole point.
Okay.
You got to push, scream.
I give up already.
Yeah, look who's here.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, I want you to know, especially on YouTube, this handsome, good-looking man, his name is I'm going to call him Delicious if you don't mind.
Watch it.
Neil, introduce our friends.
I never met him before.
Oh, you're right. You never met him. We were on his show. You didn't come on the show.
But I did listen to the show.
You did listen to it?
You know what I realized?
What?
I realized that every single topic that he brought up, you answered him about another topic. That's what I realized.
Yes.
Not one. That's why last night, in the middle of the night, I went to look it up.
Ralph, I thought I was one of your favorite guests. I'm cutting you off, Ralph. Ralph, now that you're a guest in
What
ours.
does it have to do with Ralph? I'm just telling that fact.
Ralph, first of all, now that you're a guest in our show, you made us introduce ourselves. Introduce us, of course, to our YouTube folks out there. Who are you, man? I told everybody you're my
I've
Christian
been
brother.
wondering that for 54 years, but well, Ralph Romeo's the name, and had a little show that I ran into you guys again on 620, this wonderful station here, and man, are you out of the way? I mean, a workout. You talk about a workout. I had some workout coming here, but I just happened.
You're in the center of the universe.
I happened on your program, and I said, those guys tell it like it is. I have to get him in studio. So we had you in studio, and we had a wonderful time, and you were good enough to invite me tonight. And I'm taking Este's microphone. I want to give it back, but
No. You can't give it back.
That's okay. It's called sharing.
She doesn't want to do the ads anyways.
You brought me down here to read ads.
No.
Please tell me that.
We will get into that with you anyways, how you tricked me into that ad by you, but we're going to get you. But Ralph, I was telling him before, you're my Christian brother.
Oh, that's nice.
And I want to, if you don't mind, I want to start with a serious subject.
Sure.
Now, there are Jewish people out there in the world.
There are?
And we have.
Well,
I've never seen one.
Are you a serious guy on your show?
Very serious, Neil. No, we fool around. We have a good time.
But you have serious topics.
But this man has a serious face on right now, and he wants to talk. But go ahead.
I want to talk religion because everybody makes fun of me on the religion.
I love religion.
I am a Jewish man.
And that way you dress up, you put up this...
Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel, they all make me crazy. Got up and told me.
How do you pronounce that? You said that wonderfully.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah, I said Netanyahu. We say Netanyahu, but it's probably wrong.
Who cares? I say my name.
Keep it simple, Bibi.
So he gets up and he says, after the France is blowing up of the bombs, he says, everybody, all Jews got to come to Israel, give up your place.
Right.
And now we have rabbis, the big Hasidic rabbis, who is this Bibi, has a nerve to say such a thing. My question to you is, now they went and killed a bunch of Christian boys.
Yes.
Different ethnic Christian boys.
Right.
And how come the preachers, how come the Vatican, I mean, he did say something, the Pope. Why aren't we rising up? Why aren't we creating an army of force and going after these animals that are killing our brothers and sisters?
Do you want to hear the hard truth?
Yeah.
I'll tell you the hard truth on it. When a young white girl, and mind you, when she was beheaded, and it was a terrible, terrible thing, because of the fact alone that she was maybe the privileged and the person that probably came from suburban, somewhere suburbia USA,
like Minnesota.
It was just a terrible, terrible thing. We took notice, but I will tell you, if 20 people of color happen to be Christian get decapitated, we don't see. And this is the sad fact. And now also, I think people of the Muslim faith are afraid to speak out. They're fearful because this is the extreme line of their faith, and they think that if I speak out, I'm speaking out against all Muslims, or the clergymen of the Christians are afraid to offend the Muslims, and it goes down the line. But I'll tell you something, we're in a crisis mode right now. We're in dangerous times here in the United States, and if we do what we can do at the studio here, but I think someone with some cachet has to come out and speak, because we're being desensitized, even talking of beheadings. I mean, something as gruesome as beheadings, we're just hearing it and we're just sloughing it off.
Right.
It's a terrible thing.
I saw a video of young children. They're calling the Cubs now. The young children are joining these crazy jihadist people.
Yeah.
And girls in England, I heard, ran away to join these jihadists in Syria.
Right.
I mean, we're not teaching the children to stay away from these guys.
We're taking these displaced kids, these kids with no direction, these kids in their basement of their father's house, and with their horn-rimmed glasses, and they're on the computer, and they're saying, you want a better your way, you want to come train, you want to be a big man, you want to find a place in life, we're going to take you, we're going to train you to kill. You're going to be a killer, an armed killer. And somehow, somebody that has no direction finds a place in this horrendous code.
Yeah.
And Neil likes it. I mean, there's a sick man next to me here. But this is
very appealing.
But this moment, that's the
Neil, my friend Neil.
No, 1 second. I want to ask you a question. When you say that we don't understand, in other words, we're somehow
desensitized a little bit,
desensitized, but also not understanding the gravity of the situation when it becomes lower class people, lower income, or whatever it is. Who doesn't understand?
Well, I'm sure people in this room does.
No, but but who's the man who has to understand so that it changes?
Well, let's go to the White House for a minute. Let's go to the man in the ivory tower.
Like Giuliani.
Let's go to
Let's talk.
He doesn't love his country. He doesn't love all that baloney. Doesn't mean squat.
Stupidity.
Because all of that, all those semantics.
I hate Giuliani, but I like what he said. I got to be honest.
Obama doesn't love his country.
You see,
but
I hate Giuliani.
But Heshy and Neil, I thought about, and Esty, I thought about this many times about Mr. Obama, but I can't get inside his head. So I'm thinking policy. I'm thinking, number one, he can't name our enemy. He can't say Islamic terrorist without him having a convulsion. He can't do it. He can't just say, well, our enemy is those guys with the machete and the guy that wants to lop your head off. He can't do it. He has to kind of be PC. Well, he'll say something like this: the displaced, the armed enemy was. He won't name these people, Neil, for what they are. And if the president on top, the man in the White House on Pennsylvania Avenue, can't name these people by name and say these are the bad guys, what is the common folk supposed to do? Like Esty and you and our friend across the way here, the personal trainer, what are we supposed to do? We're looking for guidance. We elected this man twice. We re-elected him the second. That's a good question.
Tell me the truth.
You guys
doesn't that prove the dumbing down of America?
You guys,
wait, that proves that America's racist.
No.
He mostly got voted because of the color of his skin.
He did not.
The first time.
That's not true.
The second time, still. I've met people like, why'd you vote for him?
Ralph, honestly, Ralph, and you're my age, okay? I'm not saying, old guy, we're tough, even though this guy thinks we're an old man now.
I'm 25.
Look how strong look at that boy's body. I mean, he's wonderful. I want to look like him.
I'm going to teach this man a few things. It's easy to be in shape when you're 25 years old.
Ralph, 8 years ago, 8 years ago, we were in our early 40s.
Right.
And we voted for Obama, not because of his color, because he was young, he was our age, and we thought he'd make a change. We needed somebody to think. I did not vote for Barack because he was black. I voted because he was young.
Okay, but other people did. But other people did. A lot of Americans.
A lot of people are stupid. Look at New York City.
No, I don't want to look at New York City now. I want to look at Obama.
I want to look at Obama.
I want to understand how on earth the second time around. I mean, he didn't. It's
free
not
stuff,
like he came through for us.
He gave all the people free stuff. He promised everyone free stuff,
and
free food cards, free everything.
Right now, the bill is starting to show up.
You're right. We're paying
with the medical stuff. I hear right now the medical industry is going
the Obamacare. If you talk to the doctor that has been in practice for many, many years, he will tell you that my business is nothing like it used to be. I have to compromise myself to compensate for this ridiculous Obamacare. Many people
have to do a job to take care of his patients finally, instead of just billing for something.
But Neil,
these guys, they made their $500. Screw the guy that he's not feeling well. Let him go home with it.
Heshy, he had to. I understand that there were many people that needed health care. There was a different way to go about it. How about a bill that contains about 5,000 pages that no one can decipher, that if they put it in front of us, it looked like
what did she say? She said you had to pass it to read it.
That's Pelosi.
You're right.
One of my country folks said that. The woman with the name that ends in a vowel said that. Yes. Well, you're right.
No, but the truth is, everybody knows you don't take a 100-pound gorilla or a monkey, whatever it is, and you try to make changes on the whole thing. You take it, you analyze it, and I'm sure if they would have taken it apart, they could have found 10% of it needed a tweaking, and it would have solved 90% of the issues that were coming
we're gonna
up.
work that out.
And
over
one
the
of
years.
the biggest issues was the precondition. That was one of the main things people were pissed, and that also the limits, that those two ends of the insurance spectrum, people were pissed about.
I have
And
a
he
question.
promised, but all his promises were BS. Promise your doctor, promise your husband, promise this, promise that. I mean, it's almost like talking to your wife or your husband. I don't know.
I have a
lot of
question.
promises.
Did you vote for Obama the second time?
I voted for Obama the second time.
So he's part of the idiots.
Not only
Not
did you doubt it? Did you have a doubt?
Excuse me. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you
He
something.
sucked the first time. Hey, let's do it again.
I am a father, okay, of 3 beautiful boys, and I hope to raise a lot of them.
You say that a
Tell us
lot.
what happened in 1981.
It was 1991, okay? I had a
That's
baby.
when I was born.
And none of us, all you guys are crybabies, they came on the show, Ralph, that if you don't have money, you shouldn't have children. A nerve of my friends to talk like that.
Why?
So, because I'm going to tell you, I was a first-time father, and I made mistakes. I mean, I didn't drop the kid or anything, but but I think I did the first one.
I
Because
know, you slid right off your
he's the
hands, man.
producer. He doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But the point is that I was a first-time father, and I learned, and I grow. And when the second one came along, I did a much better job. I'm not knocking I did a bad job. Look at me. The first show I came on, Just Enough Heshy show, I didn't do so great.
Wait, so what's your
Now-
point here?
I'm telling you, now I'm doing much better as the Just Enough Heshy show. As you can see, I'm mentioning the name all the time. Producer, you're making me crazy there.
Oh, yeah, I want to mention this is the Just Enough Heshy Show.
Everybody say, can you please
Wait.
answer?
You
Ralph,
can reach us at 718-303-9090. Again, you can reach us at 718-30... Sorry, you just spoke in my ear.
303.99.
303-9090. We're
and
on
you can
Monday
ask
and Tuesday.
Ralph, who's not Jewish on this, I think he's the first non-Jewish.
They let me in the room. It's incredible.
Ask him
But,
any question, and this man can answer anything. But Ralph, my simple question is: I was now that I am a father and I've helped raise other
Right.
children, I think that as time goes on, I believe I'm doing a better job, and I believe
And
that.
you believe that people that don't have money should have children.
Yes, you have no right to stop me. I'm not going to get to that subject there because I have a lot
Because
of
you
other.
owe, right? Because somebody owes you something.
Well,
right?
I should have a child when I can have children. Well, and
No.
not repopulate the world.
I told you, and last time we went through the same thing. You go in, buy a house, mortgage comes due every month. But
Neil,
how long does it take for you to get out?
Neil, did you miss
3
my?
months later,
did
you're out the
Did you
door,
miss my
right?
story last week?
Something.
86,000, and you were talking to me, Neil. We talked about this.
86.4.
Whatever, you were given a gift of 86,400 seconds a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's it you got. You think you have time to waste it? I want to tell you what happened. Something terrible happened to me over the weekend. I wasn't feeling well, and Neil was supposed to tell you about it, and Neil forgot. I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't well, and I was in bed, and I had a lot of guests over the weekend. I had to sit with them and listen to the little children laugh and scream and make fun of me, and usually I fight back with my children and their friends. I was weak. And I gave in, and I let them torture me, as you can see, a couple of white hairs.
scars.
Anyways, as the day went on, Saturday night came, and I made the blessing for the Sabbath to end, and I was ready to rest. I was going to chill out. It was over, Ralph.
Well,
Wait a minute, let me just tell you what happened. All of a
does it
sudden,
work? Yes, it does work.
anyways,
Sorry.
I get a call. A Saturday night. Please, my brother is missing for 2 days. Go get him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wasn't feeling well. My son sees me walking down the steps. I wasn't good. My son quickly jumps into the car with me, the producer, Abraham, you know what I mean? And he gets in the car with me and he drives me. It was a bad snowstorm.
Yeah, it was.
And we're driving all the way down to like 25 minutes in the snowstorm. I was all nervous because you know how these young guys drive. They think they're smarter than me. Anyways, we get to his house. We're banging on the door. And I want to mention this guy's name. And I couldn't get into the house. So I called this beautiful man. His name is Yisroel Minkowitz, which I wanted to say his number.
Oh, he's a locksmith.
He's a locksmith, Minkowitz locksmith. And he came running in the snow for me. And I told him the story. And I'm going to say his number to us in a little while. And the man comes, I call the cops, and he drills the lock for me. They try to pick the lock. He sends one of his guys, and we open the door, and we find this poor man laying, not clothed, half on the bed, half the thing. And for 2 days, he was like crying. A stroke, I guess not, I don't know. Crying, tears. 54 years old. I thought he was older, and the man was frozen stiff.
Right.
Abraham went out right away. He started shoveling the street so the ambulance could come through. He cleared a path for them. He was on the phone with them. I was screaming at 911. Police came, and by the way, I do want to say this: the officers' names from the 68 precinct. They were very good to us. Their name is Officer Hodge and Officer, what is it? Ogo? Or what's his name? Abraham?
Not sure. Anybody have that?
O'Galley, Officer O'Galley, Agolli, and Officer Hodge, 68 precinct. These are two angels. Now, I scream at the police all the time. I do give them a hard time. I do have some shootings I want to scream about a little later on.
Yeah.
But these were angels. I thought I was in. They came, kind, honorable, stood there. They listened to they got on the phone with the sister. They called the ambulance. They called again. They helped lift this body. These are not gentlemen. These are angels.
Yeah.
Not all police officers are angels, but these are special.
Well, let me tell you,
ones.
there are wonderful cops out there, but they'll never rat on their own. Now here's the deal. During the course of please do, because I thought you were
two special men were special to me that night, and I have
and what were their names?
Officer Agolli and Hodge, again 68 precinct. We're going to write a letter on them, and these are men that I when we went home, when me and Abraham left that day, Ralph, I was actually in tears. I mean, I couldn't believe they were so helpful. I changed the locks,
right,
and we sent the guy to look
you
for
know
hospital.
they have these things that they put around your neck that if you need help and you can't get up, you press it.
He had a stroke, or they say a blood
It's never happened before.
He couldn't push the button.
Well, when all those things went down with in Ferguson and our friend over there who got strangled to death in Staten Island, you know, we were marching in the streets. We were talking about all cops, all encompassing, all the men in blue. And I'll tell you something. I know out of 10 cops, I'll say there's one bad apple. Can I say that? And that one bad apple will be the face of the guys in blue. If some of the good folks, some of the great cops, I know there's many out in the NYPD, and when we do this, Heshy, Neil, Esty, I don't know your name.
Yassi.
And Yassi, if we do this, we can't, if we're unable to identify the bad guy, as in the case when I'm talking about the terrorist, we can't say Islamic terrorist. We can't say this bad apple, this officer, because we're afraid of offending everyone.
Right.
But we have to get down to brass tacks, identify the bad guys, and weed them out, take them the hell out, and then things will improve. It doesn't mean that you're anti-cop, because these two guys were wonderful, weren't they?
Well, not wonderful. In where I grew up, angels. We call them holy men, tzaddikim, and I don't know.
We used to say that in St. Gerard's and Patterson.
Every life you save is
right. Even though they were making fun of me and they were saying, you know, I felt bad because I don't know if I really saved his life. You know, we did, and we comforted him. And his brother-in-law, a good man, said to me, "Oh, Heshy, the last few minutes of his life, you gave him comfort. It still hurt me, but they say if you save a life, even for 10 minutes, somebody was telling me today, you save the world." I love it. Anyways, this is the Just Enough Heshy show. We save the world.
That's what we do.
So we call us at 718. I think my mic is not working good. My producer shut it off again. 718.
Yeah, you're on.
303-9090. We're taking phone calls. Ask my friend Ralph anything. He's not scared of us.
Anything,
especially about ISIS. And I want you to know, I disagree with you on my Obama. Obama opens to changes to military authority against ISIS. He's willing.
I'm telling you, this guy lost
President
his marbles.
Barack Obama is open to negotiations with Congress on his request for a new authorization for military force against Islamic State. I love you, Obama. Thank you.
Less authorization than he asked for last time, mind you.
Do you know what I want?
So you must be serious.
Do you know what I want? I want the government out of my back pocket. I want the government out of my life. I want Obama out of my life. I want to run my own life. I don't want to look at the nanny state to help me. That's the problem in my eyes.
The more someone tries to protect you, the more they're going to control you. So it's protection versus control.
We don't need their protection, do we? To a certain point, but after a while, it becomes like the heavy hand on your neck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, Esty, I know that I have to interrupt you. It's time to pay for the show. And Ralph,
she's the best, by the way.
I want to ask you a question.
When she reads those ads,
Ralph,
not only that, the opinions.
I have a question for you, Ralph.
Yes.
Have you had
I'm trying to see you through all the microphones.
Ralph, have you had a latte?
I don't drink coffee.
Suits.
Why?
I don't drink coffee. I don't drink liquor.
Then how are you gonna help
I
us?
just drink water and vegetable juice like my buddy
How
here.
are you gonna help us say Le Buffet? Le Buffet.
I could say it, but I don't have to drink it. Le buffet. Le buffet.
Well, that's the way to say it. And it has cinnamon inside.
It's an Italian guy trying to be French. Yeah.
Hey, you boy from Brooklyn.
That's your boy. You set it up.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm shocked I can even say buffet.
You do well. You do well.
I was at a beautiful wedding last night,
Yeah.
like 1,000 people. Boy, did they have a buffet.
That's it. We used to say buffet, which is correct.
Anything that costs $9.99, I'm happy with
That's
that
it.
buffet.
Eat all you can eat. $9.99.
Esty, what show?
Yeah.
Esty, Ralph doesn't know what show.
What the hell's the name of the show?
So this is the Just Enough Heshy show.
Excellent.
You can get us on Facebook at Just Enough Heshy.
No
You can
way.
do hashtag Just Enough Heshy.
Thank you.
And if you'd
Thank
like
God.
Okay. And if you have a comment or just, you want to
Oh, we
advertise
got a
with
bunch of
us,
Twitter stuff.
you can call us at no. If you want to advertise with us, you can email us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. If you want to call in and talk about something or ask, Ralph, all these questions that you can't ask other people. I'm kidding. I'm giving you so much pressure. You can call in at 718-303-9090. So we have Le Buffet located on 55th and 17th Avenue. They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And
stuff
if you
is
would
great.
like catering by them, you can call them at 718-438-7612. We have the Black Label e-cigarettes. You can go to blpremiumesig.com.
Yo, Mikey!
So, you know what these cigarettes? Let me talk about these cigarettes.
He loves it. Uncle Heshy
love
loves
it.
Wait a minute, hold it.
cigarettes.
Now, do you smoke, Neil? Do I have to beat you into submission? Do you
Yes.
smoke?
Our friend is going to make
Okay.
him stop also.
You know what? My friend said when I have everybody listening to your show. By the way, you
Oh,
don't know
good.
it. All the Gentiles, listen.
Ah!
When they talked about when you talked about the cigarettes, everybody said, "I can't believe that." I said it's electronic cigarettes, and they can't believe that you advertise. But that's one of your great sponsors. Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Very
good for us,
faithful.
yes.
What
This
don't
is
they believe?
This is a way to quit smoking. Am I correct on that? Okay,
Yes.
well, then we're safe because they say, I can't believe that they're advertising cigarettes, but I want to emphasize they're e-cigarettes in
To help
order
you
to quit.
Water,
Got it.
water vapor and yes, there's
Nicotine. A lot of nicotine.
Okay, but it doesn't have tobacco, tar,
Now, did you smoke at one time?
I smoked for 25
You
years.
know what? We don't know what it's got. It's coming from China. Okay, that's all I got to say.
They make them down
So
in Florida.
frightening.
They make them down in
Oh,
Florida.
please.
So yeah, we have the
Okay.
Black Label E6. You can call Mikey at
By the way, his name is Mikey, a friend of mine.
Hey, Mikey.
Very
Mikey.
good. Go ahead,
So
Esty.
yeah, you can call them. You can reach Mikey at 561-239-5941. You can also go to blpremiumesig.com.
Mm.
Then we have Gotham One Solution, asbestos and lead abatement. You can reach Joel at 917-577-2867.
Landlords, contractors, come on.
Right, and go
So
ahead.
yeah, we have Green Line Building Consultants.
Right, we help you with violations, permits, plans.
With anything.
And
They
we
just want to
right.
help.
And we just want to help you. I was telling Yossi tonight, what is my job? He asked me, what's your job? My job is to help you, consult with you, guide you, get you to the end of the line, try to get you to be able to
Trying to open
breathe.
those pockets.
and
man.
okay, whatever it is. And we also do lead inspections and asbestos inspections. And then if you have a problem, we send you there. And tonight, we have somebody special, a trainer, which I'm going to start using, Yossi Lefkowitz. Yossi, I have to give him the microphone. Yossi's
Yeah.
going to tell you exactly his Facebook page. Go ahead, you can use on Neil's mic because
Thank you, Neil.
he has a headphone, Neil. So anyways.
You don't need the headphone,
Yossi Lefkowitz. He's one-on-one. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, correct. The Facebook page would be One-on-One Fitness with Yossi Lefkowitz.
Phone number. I got
Phone number would be, the phone number would be good. 347-816-5207.
Do you kind of have a Brooklyn accent? A little bit?
You would have to tell me that.
Yeah, I
But
see.
Yossi, just one question while we're talking. First of all, Yossi's number again is 347-816-5207. Well, I have things to talk to him about. I'm just going to skip out. My question to you is if I starve myself this whole week, you think I can lose 10 pounds? I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
serious.
definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
And I drink
But
those nutrients?
You know what? I don't
I
believe
want
in
to look
anything
like that
extreme.
boy over there.
Yeah.
You wanna look like him?
I'm older than you. Hey.
I don't.
Find out what he's doing.
I got you a few years there,
You're
buddy.
3 years old. You're cocky to me.
Yeah.
I hope you know
Yeah.
that's not a bad word. It's not cool, but it's cocky.
No, I know all this. I used to work in the Yiddish theater. You don't know. I did.
So yeah, if we're talking
By the way, I
Yes.
wasn't going to mention this because I was told specifically tonight
Right.
not to say the word kurva. So
so
I'm
of
not.
course he's gonna mention. He says, "Do not do this."
Get
and
him.
of course he says,
Get him.
do it.
I want you to
Stop saying that word.
I want you to read a story about women.
Sure.
A man, 82 years old.
Uh-huh.
His wife is a multimillionaire. She controls the money. This Long Island paper heiress has exiled her 84-year-old husband to the garage, feeding him only tiny cans of soup. Okay, I can understand that to lose some weight. While she lives in the luxury of a $20 million home.
Yeah.
Explain to me, a man wouldn't do that.
Why would she marry him then?
No, but she must have lived with him 30, 40 years, but she has control of the money. She's a smart girl like you. She conned us out of everything. and now that
I
is
said
now,
smart women. That's like a record.
now you understand the meaning of COVID. Next, let's go back to Ralph. Go ahead.
Oh.
Wait, what the hell was the question? It's been so long. Say it one more time.
There's no question. I just want to make a comment.
20 minutes ago. No, tell me again. This is say it again.
It's the Just Enough Heshy show. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, you can call in at 718-303-9090. I had a question for Yossi. So, I wanted to know, we're discussing diets. Do you know what like the superstars like eat? Because I'm on like a no sugar, no carb diet. Does that work? Because someone else was saying, oh, just eat carbs and eat 5 times a day, eat 3 times a day. Like they keep changing their mind.
Esty, why would you be on a diet?
I'll tell you why.
Ralph,
Why?
is she not gorgeous?
Yeah,
Ralph?
I love
Thank you.
her.
This is why.
You have no
Because I'm
idea.
going with Heshy and his family to Florida for
Right.
Passover. And I feel like if I'm not super skinny, he's going to make fun of me. And I asked
there's
him
no
this,
question.
and he
There's no
said he
question.
would.
Take all of those excess carbs out of your diet. You
What-
don't
what
need,
does that
especially
mean?
late in the day.
What does that mean? What does
It
that mean?
means that
Pasta,
when you
bread,
want a
potatoes.
protein, I don't want to. You need a protein in the morning.
What
you
about
need some
whole wheat
veg-
bread? Is
There you
that
go,
bad?
I'll tell you something. The way they process the wheat these days, it's not that you don't want to go in that direction. If you can be gluten free, it's actually not a trend. It's actually a good thing. It is. It is. I swear. You turned
You
off
know-
the mic in the right just now.
To follow
she
up
is.
what Ralph is saying, I think that you need to experiment. And I think, Ralph, you've probably
It's not
checked-
for everybody. But,
Exactly.
right.
I think, you have to find what works for you. At the end of the day, it might work for you. I say try it. There's no perfect
No,
diet
but
for
I've
anyone.
heard of like
You gotta-
a bread diet, eating like 5
Look,
times a day.
there's a cracker
Measuring
diet.
your food.
Is that a weight gain diet?
There's a grapefruit diet. It really doesn't
Which
matter.
is the
It
best,
works
though?
for you.
The healthiest, the one to lose the most weight. Like, how do you know? There's so many diets out there.
I'm
What do you
sick.
follow?
I'm sitting at my desk and I get crazy and I just
I
start
did Google
munching
it.
on cake and stuff. Or bread. I love bread. Chali on the
The
Sabbath.
more you
table.
eat, the more you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And another thing is, if you're eating all that stuff, you need to prepare with foods before that. Have a meal or whatever. So, or have healthy snacks right there.
Oh, they say drink
Oh,
2
something.
cups of water before you eat because you'll get fuller fast.
Right. That's a great thing to
I
do.
didn't know that.
Drink a lot of water throughout the day. If you know you're going to be
no
hungry,
way
drink
Ralph
before
looks
that.
like that drinking water. Hey, stop it, Ralph.
I don't drink anything but water, and
Yeah,
I
there
make
you
my
go.
own vegetable juice.
look
I
at
make a good green juice with cucumber, celery, kale, and a
Right.
little bit of ginger,
And
and it's beautiful. Let me
there you
tell you,
go.
I'm going to live to at least 55. I'll tell you.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm
not,
kidding.
I'm not letting you
I'm gonna
go so
survive one
quick.
more year and
not
I'm outta
letting you
here.
Go so quick. You're crazy.
Okay, I hope so. But the thing is, I can get hit by a bus as I walk out.
Okay.
This is what we're not sure of. But he's right about the whole idea that you have to experiment.
you do.
So you have
You
to
have
see
to
what's
experiment.
right. But in general, though, sugar more so than saturated fats or anything else will
Correct.
kill you.
Correct.
Sugar is what you want to stay away from. Am I correct?
Right. Yeah. Well, with sugar, you want to stay away
We're not
from,
talking about
period.
added sugar. We're talking about sugar that's in corn syrup. Everything that's contains
Really, any
these
kind of
foods.
sugar that you can avoid.
I never
And
have
exercise.
sugar in my
Right.
coffee, and
Move.
still I never have sugar. And
Do you work out at all anymore?
I do walk 5 miles, but they're calling me a liar.
Briskly?
Briskly, I do walk.
Do you?
I like to. It's too cold now.
Make
right
everything you do a workout. When you go walk to the studio, think about I'm going to walk at a brisk pace, and I'm going to get going and walk. Somebody got
Are
to kick
you
you in
taking
the rear
him
end.
seriously?
I do, and that's my problem.
No, I don't get it.
This is why I'm so
You gotta
gullible.
walk
That's why
around your effing corner.
That's why-
Friend. You're telling
It's
me
good,
he's
Evan.
going
I
to do
can't
that?
believe you.
That's why I'm sitting in Brooklyn talking on the radio.
God.
But there, by the way, how many stops do we have to have in Brooklyn? By the way, on the subway.
Oh wow!
I got out of Manhattan. The subway stopped 25 times. It's really ridiculous.
Well,
But we want
Next
to
time
give
I
you a
drive.
chance to get
I left my house at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm here.
you're lucky you didn't drive. You would have been stopped all over.
That's your son Abe that misdirects me.
You should have called me. He doesn't know
Okay.
what
Now,
he's doing.
by the way, You did some. I admire you because you did something right. Because this man in the other room is a budding star.
Did I tell you that? Did I tell you that he shoveled the street for the ambulance? I couldn't take it. I couldn't believe what he did. Shoveling the street.
Hey, nobody else going to do it, right? Good. Abe, thank you so much for being the guy you are.
And Abraham is going to be running one day for senator.
He could be my son. I wish I had a son like that.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna.
And she could be my daughter too. And that's scary.
I'll adopt him. You'll adopt me. He'll be your grandchild, and I'll be your.
You want to live on the Upper West Side with all the highfalutin idiots, all the people that have their noses in the air? Is that what you want? Okay.
I want my nose in the air.
You do. What kind of a guy are you trying to meet?
Because
I love when you get into this. I love this. I'm trying to set her up. I'm trying to set her up with somebody.
One criteria.
What's money? No, she's she's very deep. What is it?
Yeah, very deep.
I don't know about deep, but I need him to be power hungry.
I heard that. And my friend said this to me. They said there's a girl there's a woman on the show, and she talks about power, how she wants to build a new city.
No, Ralph.
She wants someone. She says if she doesn't want money, if she doesn't have money, it's okay, because if she has somebody that's power hungry, you could both get the money.
No, we could both make it somewhere. And, I can't be with someone who's like, hey, let's settle down and have kids. I want to do something great.
Don't have kids for a while.
Right.
Take it easy. It destroys your body. This girl is too pretty to have a couple of kids.
Ralph, I want you to know, Ralph. You know what she told me? We were driving.
That's my name.
We were driving in the car the other day, and ST slipped. She says, Heshy, I want to take over Cuba. I almost crashed.
Cuba needs to be taken over.
I almost crashed. I said, how
Castro's still alive. The cat is still alive. Can you kill this guy, please? I'm sorry to say that. But can you believe that he survived through the Bay of Pigs?
Wow,
he survived. The guy's got a beard a mile long. He's still alive.
Yeah, now he's just adding stuff. I want to build a city in Nevada.
Right.
That's my, big
we talked
dream.
Nevada's the place to be.
Right.
Because there's ground, there's land, and gambling.
Okay,
but Cuba might be cheaper to buy.
Cuba's out of the U.S., so it's more difficult.
Now that we freed all the Guantanamo prisoners, why not? Let them all go. Why don't you drop something? It's okay. What happened there? Yes, but
so basically, you need a partner who has the same goals as you. So if they're not power hungry, not power hungry as in, I want to control things, versus I want to make a change. If we can't do that together.
I used to try to find someone that was similar to me with my tastes and all that. It never worked.
No,
I always was attracted to the. I was always attracted to the ones the opposite of the bad girls, and the ones that I was sexually into them, and the other part I didn't have. No, stop.
We forgot to say it's adult content.
Yeah.
No, but I was it was like attracted to them, but yet they weren't very goal oriented.
No,
they were
I'm
very goal oriented. So, what kind of a guy is your guy?
No.
What's the age bracket, number one?
I know. I kept thinking of this.
Do you want an older guy, younger guy, same age? What?
54.
I can go from like
Chuck Woolery, the Love Connection.
I feel like I can go from 22 to 28. Like I just feel like.
Oh my God, you go that old as 28, Mike.
I think she can use a 50-year-old.
But she needs to stay with
only if she will believe that he's 28.
I have an actor. I teach acting.
Smart.
Yeah.
I have an actor who's a very nice young man, 27.
He's not
His name is Jan Kirik. He's half Jewish. Does that work?
No. Is his mother Jewish?
Yeah, his mother is Jewish.
Okay.
Very, very attractive guy. Very talented guy. He works regularly as an actor.
Yeah.
And he does well. He makes good films. He's a great guy. Wow. And he would love you.
Every religion,
he would love you.
Every religion's got this shit. Even the Christian boys are setting up girls.
I think he's half Russian. He's Russian Jew, but he's half Jewish and half something else. I'm not sure. Very nice guy, believe me.
Well,
very nice guy. So after
does
the
he
program,
also want to go somewhere and do something? It's just when I see corruption, it makes me so angry. I have to do something.
Very honest, very trustworthy guy, but very driven.
That's great.
Very handsome. Lucky I'm straight, but I can still say he's very handsome.
Neil, Ralph lives in the city. Is Sheldon Silver part of your territory?
No, actually, thank goodness no. But the thing is with Sheldon is that Sheldon has been getting away with this for years. This is not a new phenomenon.
I know.
This is not something that just came into play just 20 minutes ago.
It's magnificent how they set it up.
Finally, they're running after sea. But you know, we have something called Operation Clean Sweep.
Yes.
We told you about it.
You've mentioned that a few times.
Operation Clean Sweep is an operation. I'm very serious. I was fighting with somebody the other day that we're going to put up 40, 50 candidates for every open seat in the next election. We're going to attack it. We don't mind if we lose, but we want to show, and I'm going to try to get in touch with these Koch guys. We're going to try to get in touch with these Koch guys. The Koch brothers. Say, listen, guys, let us show you what it is to run a city non-corrupt. Let's fire every commissioner of the building department of the 312 organizations. Let's put in somebody young between the ages of 25 to 35 and change this city from in-house up. Black, Spanish, even women.
But I will say, we can't fall in love with change, because this is what we did in 2008. This sounds good, doesn't it, Neil? Hope and change. It sounds so inviting. It sounds like the panacea. It sounds wonderful. Yes.
You didn't change. You changed one guy too. You didn't change. You left the core of the animals there. Pelosi is still there. She should have been thrown out the minute her party She's just a
Let's say that these people are over there. Can we just say? Can we be nice and say it's over their head? All of these big jobs. Pelosi in her day would have been maybe a garment salesman.
Right.
Maybe Obama would be a community organizer, not the president of the United States.
And Neil hates our
What do you like in 2016?
Neil, tell him who you hate. Which senator you hate the most?
What senator do you hate the most?
You know,
Chuck Schumer.
Yeah, he hates Schumer. He say him talk about him. He hates.
Okay, because he's really just a camera grabbing kind of man, and that's it. Otherwise, you have no access to him. He answers to no one, and he's pretty powerful.
You have the same thing with our local politicians.
Nasty.
Dov Hiken, Greenfield. These are camera grabbing guys.
What do you think of Hiken, by the way?
I had nothing.
He's been there forever too.
He's been there forever, and I want to ask you something. Yes, he's helped some people. Of course, he has the power.
Right.
But do you see the changes on the streets? Do you see the garbage?
Maybe there's not a lot he can do. Maybe he doesn't have the power.
Then what are you doing in office?
That's the thing. Nobody has the power.
So get out of office.
Expecting change. It's not possible.
Get out of office.
I don't think if someone else is in office, it would make a difference.
You drive?
Yes.
Okay. I want to know why in New York we don't have 10,000 more turning lanes.
The signal, the
green signal.
I think they're getting better. I've seen so many more since the beginning of me driving.
How many have you seen? 50? Total?
Yeah, okay. Is that
bad? But you see more cameras giving red light tickets.
Right, but the cameras they got going.
That's true. Okay.
Okay.
You know, it's amazing. You know, these guys are local politicians. They're supposed to be taking care of local issues and things like the roads locally. You know, the school buses locally, all the fire hazards and all the cleanliness and all that local. Why is it in the Jewish neighborhood every Thursday and Friday they're digging up the street?
It's like the worst time.
No, I'm saying it's the busiest time every week. Not one of them give a damn. They don't give a crap.
I just want to mention
nothing.
This is the Just Enough Heshy show.
Don't. Right.
They just say, "Hey, listen, what do you want me to do?"
When the man's right, the man's right.
Call the commissioner of whatever.
Right.
For what? I got nothing to offer him back.
Schumer does love the camera. Where there's a camera, there'll be Chuck Schumer. That's for sure.
Only if he agrees that
it's positive.
He has to agree. You can't just pop up.
If he agrees, right? It's all planned. Yes, you're right.
So this is the Just Enough Heshy show. You can call in at 718-303-9090. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. We're going to take a phone call.
And you can get us on
Let's hit those calls.
This call is for you.
It was just like
my mother-in-law calls. Okay, yes.
Hey.
Hey, I'm a first-time caller.
That voice cannot be mistaken for anybody else.
How are you, Norman? How are you, baby?
My beautiful friend Ralph is a guest of Brooklyn, so you better treat him right.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to my man, Norman.
We're going to take good care of him.
I paid him to say that. Thank you so much.
We'll talk with our heavy accents.
Norman says, what Brooklyn accent do I have? I don't have a Brooklyn accent. Norman's the best. Go ahead.
A couple of things I wanted to mention. A lady called in after I spoke on your last show, and the news station that I recommended for you guys to watch is called Democracy Now! And it's on the CUNY network, and she said it was anti-Israel, anti-Semitic, and left-wing. And the only thing that I could say to you is listen to the station and make up your own mind. Don't listen to somebody without checking out what she has to say. So that's what I'll say about that.
Let's hope she remembers to tune in this week so she can hear your advice.
She's listening right now, Norman, and she's burning up. She's going to call right after you hang up and ambush. She'll ambush you.
Norman, did you like the Oscars, Norman?
I didn't watch it, but I did. But I will say,
Mr. Movie King himself didn't watch the Oscars.
Listen, first of all, Ralph.
Yes.
Is Motorcycle Diaries a good movie?
I didn't love it.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell you the truth, Norman. It's going to hurt sometimes. The best performance in it was Rod Steiger. I'm not big on who's the
no
the
wait.
Yeah.
It's the Motorcycle Diaries.
I know that. It was Steiger, and it was the guy.
No, it's a foreign film. The Motorcycle Diaries.
Oh, I'm sorry. You gave me. What did you give me? What did you?
That was Pool Hall Junkies.
I'm sorry. The Motorcycle Diaries was an excellent film. Did you see it? Pool Hall Junkies. Norman lended me Pool Hall Junkies, and it was he ranted about it. I didn't love it, but Steiger was great.
No, I just said, it was a good film. I personally like Christopher Walken and his craziness.
That is a sick dude for you.
Sick, very sick.
I love him.
I love crazy people.
He's going to explode any minute.
I just think he's great. Then I do know that the best documentary that won the Academy Award was about Snowden, and I'm very proud of those people.
Yes, I wish I could interview Snowden. I like this guy. He is my hero.
Well, his address is
this is a problem for me. This great country that lets us do whatever we want, say whatever we want, throws this young man out of our country to our enemies who ran because they were going to lock him up forever for doing the right thing.
Well, listen. You know what?
Because the flag, your flag, no flag. I don't believe in the flag. I believe in our people. Don't throw one of our people out of here.
Right, no matter what. Right.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Sorry, baby. No matter what.
Everyone deserves everything. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Neil. I'm sorry, Neil.
Make sure he has his cable and his lease him a car. Just take care of it.
I just want to say one thing about that woman who mentioned Democracy Now. You guys have a show where you're criticizing senators, you're criticizing local politicians, you criticize the president, and you do it because you feel that this country should go in another direction because you care about it. Well, if Democracy Now! Says something about Israel and they feel that they're doing something wrong, it doesn't make them anti-Israeli or anti-Semitic.
There we go again. The same concept as before, Norman. We criticize one Jew, we have to hate all Jews. We criticize one cop, we hate all cops.
Whoa, 1 second. Yeah, I mean, you have to look percentage-wise. How many times does Israel come up on that channel, and how many times is it positive? How many times is it not positive about it? That's all.
Okay.
That's all.
They're not anti-Israel.
I don't know. I don't speak
That's very left. It's very left.
Very
left-leaning. You could be left-leaning without being
Of course.
You got to respect people. That's all.
Listen, Neil.
Anyways, 1 minute. We're coming to a commercial soon, so I gotta say something. Since you guys all think that this show doesn't pay for itself, but I want to say a funny thing. There is a Cornish village that was forced to scrap. There was a Cornish village that was able to. They had to scrap the name of its seaside trail after holidaymakers were very upset about it because they wanted to declare this road called Hitler's Walk. It was too offensive to call this place Hitler's Walk. So the people of the town said, hey, this guy Hitler was born in the 1920s and he did a lot for our town. Not everybody named Hitler is the same way. Listen to me, guy. Everybody named Hitler is the same bad person in my eyesight. Anyways, we're coming to a commercial break and we're going to be back in a few seconds. We are going to get some, Ralph, we are going to get some Heshyism. You are listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show. We're going to be back in a second. Now,
where's Where's the food?
The food didn't come yet. Well,
Oh my goodness.
anyways,
over here.
my parting quote before the break is very simple. It's memories. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go to break, enjoy every moment you live. Enjoy it because it's going to be a memory, and then you're going to regret that it's a memory. I love every moment I'm alive. I was fighting with Yossi. I wasn't fighting. I was discussing with Yossi in the car. Who am I? What am I? I am for today. I live in the moment. I enjoy the moment. I believe in my God. I believe in the Holy Almighty. Please stay tuned. We'll be back in a minute. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show.
The preceding program is a paid
And Neil snuck out on us. You're going to welcome back to the Just Enough Heshy Show, and thank you for staying tuned. And we're back again with Ralph. Ralph, say hello, and not that you have to.
It's good to see you.
By the way,
It's great to be here.
Esty, that beautiful, delicious Esty was screaming at me.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was on YouTube. You know, he doesn't take.
I'm sure.
He doesn't take a break when it's on.
That's so horrible. I mean, no, why would anyone say anything bad about Hershey? He doesn't do anything wrong.
You should. Anyway,
he's the most honest person I know. He's got tons of scruples.
Yes.
That's scruple. Anyways,
She
Neil,
keeps you honest. You know that without her, there would be no balance on this
oh
program.
gosh, Abe is screaming in my ear all the time. He keeps me honest.
Because
Neil stepped out. I hope not to get a cigarette.
He's
And
right here.
He's back.
He's right
Welcome
here
back.
as you speak.
Hey. We're going to also maybe be introducing another guest about chocolate, Ralph. Somebody who
Chocolate?
chocolates. Very good. He was supposed to bring us some sample chocolates. Did he bring us chocolates? No chocolates? Don't put him on the show.
Isn't there a Mr.
There's no
Chocolate somewhere?
Is there a chocolate? He can bring chocolate. Don't put him on the show. I don't know.
There's a
what he
Mr. Chocolate somewhere, no?
Anyways, we were talking. Oh, we lost Norman, by the way.
Oh, how did that happen?
I'm sorry, Norman.
So yes, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090. You can get us on Facebook, Just Enough Heshy, like our page. You can get us on Twitter, #, Just Enough Heshy. And if you'd like to advertise with us or just give us a comment, you can email us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
Advertisers.
Yeah.
Call us.
Yeah.
Call us, email us, hashtag us.
Yep, all that I said it.
Whatever it is, send us a
One
check.
minute. I want you to
What
know.
happened?
I
It's
forgot
not
to
working.
mention. I forgot to mention earlier
What do you mean
on.
it's not working. Hey!
Now it does.
What's
going on?
You got a bad connection on this microphone.
there's-
I know you're trying to freeze me out, but come on.
I have to send a shout out.
It's in here.
It's an important shout
Hello,
out.
there's a shout out coming. Go ahead.
There's
Yes.
a real shout out. I had, you can tell that tonight I'm smarter than usual
Right.
because I had a wisdom tooth pulled
Oh
out.
wow.
Okay. And I went to this oral surgeon. His name is
It just goes out the
Yuri
connection.
Yusupov.
Yuri Yusupov. Okay.
It's called Advanced Implant and Oral Surgery. I want you to know
Where's he?
something.
Where's he
He's
looking?
on 79th Street and 4th Avenue
Oh,
in Brooklyn.
Okay.
First of all, when I came in just to have a consultation, he says to me, you sound familiar. I said, what? I'm a Brooklynite. We all sound the same. So he says, are you on the radio by any chance? I said, you got to be kidding me.
Oh wow.
So he happens to be from the former Soviet Union,
Oh.
and he went through dental and all that, and he did a wonderful job on me. No pain, but But I want to tell you what his real secret is.
Wow.
His real secret. He's going to kill me for this because I still need more work done.
Okay.
But he's going to kill me. His assistant, Isabella, is the trick to his success.
What is it?
She is marvelous. She handles you well, calms you down. She makes, she's
that's what the
really
assistants are
there
made for.
holding you
Right,
tight.
right.
She's wonderful. Isabella, I thank you. Okay?
Okay.
So anyway, if you need an oral surgeon, his phone number is 718-745-0400. Most insurances accepted.
By the
Isabella.
way, I forgot to mention. Hey, Isabella. By the way, I forgot to mention the Palm Gardens Adult Medical Daycare Center. They help the
You get a free
seniors.
diaper every time you
Stop
come.
making fun of my senior citizens who are going to be voting for my son, Ellie Taub. You can contact Ellie Taub at 917-903-5375. 917-903-5375. It's a wonderful place. I like where senior citizens go. They should be entertained. They should not be locked up in the houses. They should be taken out of the house.
We don't value our seniors. We never do.
Now this is
he's in such fantasy land. He thinks whatever they tell him that's what they
this
do.
is Neil.
Oh yeah, we take care of
Let him
them.
be himself.
We dance
You're
together.
supposed to love your fellow man. Are you not listening to my
I'm
quotes?
sure.
You're not
What else
listening to
do
my
they
quotes,
do?
Neil.
What else do they do
do a lot of
together?
good stuff.
A lot of good stuff.
Esty, even though I love you so much and you're so beautiful, Esty.
Let me take
no,
a phone
You're not
call.
going to do my horoscopes again.
Oh, right. Yeah. I can do that.
Oh, again?
Take a call.
What are you, Aquarius?
I'm not Aquarius. Now it's no more Aquarius. It's now after February 20th. They have the Pisces things. So what is
You
it?
know, you're right. I shouldn't read them because I don't keep my promises either.
Ooh, Ralph, she's angry.
Hello, you're on the air with Justin of Heshy.
Essie?
Yes.
Your mic's not working.
Good evening.
Come on.
Good evening.
My name is Peter Thomas McDonough. I'm an Irishman from Midtown Manhattan.
Yes.
I listen to your show every Monday and Tuesday. I love your show.
Thank you, Peter.
Wow.
Thank you. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm fine. I love your music.
I picked that myself, and whatever.
People were thinking of changing it, but it's fine.
Shut off your radio, Peter.
No, but-
Shut off your radio.
Yeah, you can.
I want to
also-
address the young woman, Essie.
Yes.
I think you remind me of Eva Perón of Argentina.
What?
Eva Perón of Argentina.
What
That's
is,
who you remind me of.
who is that? Am I supposed to know that?
I don't know. Who did say it one more time? Would you
Eva Perón of
Oh,
Argentina.
Eva Perón.
Eva Perón.
Eva Perón.
Do I have to know her? Is it? I think I'm ignorant if I know.
Hey, Tom, explain to her who that is.
Peter, your radio. You
Is
got
it
to
Peter? Is it Tom?
President of Argentina after
No,
her
listen to me.
husband was killed.
If you just turn down your radio, we'll cut the reverb then.
I don't have my radio on.
Oh, okay. It's just your voice.
Okay.
So I love your show, guys.
Thank you, Peter. You know, Peter, I don't want to ask what religion are you, but what religion are you?
Catholic.
I'm Irish Catholic.
And we have a Catholic boy. You're Catholic. I'm allowed to say that, right, Ralph?
I don't practice, but I am.
Doesn't make a
I
difference.
was born
Yeah, right.
Catholic.
So I want you to know we handle all religions.
I'm an Irish Republican Catholic. The Queen
Wow.
can sit on my middle finger.
Wow.
Okay.
The Republicans are good, right?
I love you.
So tell me something. Who did you vote for in 2012?
I do vote Republican.
So you voted for Romney.
I
Hello.
did.
You
I
voted for Romney,
Bush. I voted for Bush.
right?
The first one, the second one.
Right. And
I
then
voted for. No, but I love your show, guys.
okay.
I got it. Thank you so much, Peter. Call
I
anytime.
listen every Monday. And
So yeah, you
Tuesday.
can also get us on YouTube if you want to see what we look like and whatnot.
Okay.
I don't need a picture. I have a mind.
I want you to know
He's
Essie's
painting
beautiful.
the
Thank
word
you.
picture.
Thank you.
Thank
Hey, Ralph, I listen to you on the other channel.
I'm glad you do it. Just you better keep on listening too, because don't let
I do. I
anything
listen to both you.
don't let
You guys
anything I
are
say.
so, you guys are so relaxed. It's unbelievable.
We are.
That program.
You know what we're doing right now? We're in our underwear. And
No.
we're just,
No,
not at all. We're having a good time. If you check out YouTube, you
Hey,
can.
Romeo,
Yes,
I'm a Catholic.
I know, but you're not Italian. But that's okay. I love
That's
you anyway.
okay. We take the Irish too.
The Irish and the Italians. This is a wonderful
Young
guy.
woman, and Essie.
Yeah.
I love your music, man.
What? I know you
You're
love.
rocking, brother.
Okay, you got
Okay.
it.
Thank you for the phone call.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Ralph,
You can reach us again. This is the
I'm
Justin
taking-
Heshy Show. You can reach us at
Yeah, I'm gonna take your mic.
718-303-9090. Again, you can reach us. This is the Justin Heshy Show at 718-303-9090. Go on.
you're gonna do something. You're going to have to do the horoscope. I'm
Well,
sorry.
yes, I am more honest than you.
Oh,
Yes. No.
no.
So let's see. Today's birthday. If it's your birthday, both the sun and Saturn are strong on your birthday this year, which means you can accomplish great things, but only if you work hard for them. Nothing worth having will come for free. So roll up your sleeves and get stuck in.
That's it.
That's
Get
the
stuck
birthday
in
Monday.
what?
I'm happy. Esty, do you
Yes,
have
again.
Esty, do you have a funny story for us?
I probably do, but
Tell us-
shouldn't I say Pisces?
No, we don't care anymore. It's not my month. I don't really care about anybody else.
Well, it's not all about you.
Quietly admits it over the years.
No, but you see, she does it to spite me. Now she's gonna read it. Till now, she wouldn't read it. Go ahead.
No, I always read them together.
Go ahead.
Okay, if you're a Pisces, don't worry if your latest project does not seem to be making much progress. There's a good cosmic reason why you are being held back. Most likely, you need to let the idea mature in your mind for a little while longer.
Okay, Esty.
Yes.
Now you have a
Let
funny
it
story.
mature.
Esty has a funny, cute little story to tell us if she can find it. Which one
Yeah.
you want to say, Esty?
Okay, so a fussy eater said he has been subsidizing for most of his life on a
that's a
bizarre
stupid
diet.
story. Say the first story.
Wow.
I don't understand what subsidizing means.
I was interested, but
What?
you blew it.
I'm smarter than you in an area? That's so surprising.
You're not smarter. That's no matter what.
Really?
But
Because
go
I know
ahead.
what subsidizing means.
Okay, good.
Okay, party's over, dudes. A group of underage college students in Radnor PA ordered fake IDs from China, but the plan backfired when the fakes were delivered to the school dean, who has the same name as one of the teens. Fitting that name is Dean. Fittingly,
you
that
think
name
that's
is Dean.
funny? They ordered fake IDs, and instead of getting delivered to the student, they got delivered to the dean. I thought that was
That's
funny.
pretty good.
You have to get it from China? I'm sure you can get it here.
Very inventive.
Anything
Very
you get from
inventive.
China is no good. So, Ralph,
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Ralph.
sure.
Now, I don't know what your vision or what your feeling is on
Yes.
education,
Mhm.
but we have a problem.
I'm against it.
No.
I'm kidding.
No, we have a problem in my community. My
Yeah.
community is that the yeshiva, there's an article in the New York Post the other day that the yeshivas, where we go,
Right.
the Jewish boys and girls, they stopped teaching them, private yeshivas stopped teaching at like 8th grade or 13 years old.
Mhm.
There's no more high school education.
Mhm.
Some of them, not all of them, because my son does go to high school. A lot of the ones where I grew up, a lot of the out of towns, we do have high school.
Ultra-Orthodox.
The ultra-Orthodox Hasidic stopped teaching.
Mhm.
Now, when it comes time for these boys to, when they graduate their yeshiva studies and they get married and go into the world, they don't know how to do bills. They don't know how to type. They don't
Right.
know how to use the computer. And I have a problem with this. Shouldn't we force even the private schools, even the religious schools that do it? Shouldn't we
Even the immigrants.
even the immigrants to learn to be part of your so-called America?
Well, there used to be a time where you'd have to meet a certain criteria to come here and to be accepted here. You'd have to pass a very difficult test, and also you'd have to have some sort of something to offer to the United States. In other words, you just, not the pure notion that you'd like to come here would alone be your passport into this country. So you'd have to have something to put on the table. And when you talk about forcing someone, when you use the word force, you have to give these days there has to be incentive behind this force, because if you say we demand that you do this, we demand that you do this, there's an outcry. So you have to have some sort of incentive behind the force, what you call force. But each immigrant or each person in a private school should have to learn the ABCs, the basics, basic mathematics, and also shouldn't we have to learn how to conduct ourselves business-wise?
That too. Actually, my brother, when he went to school, they didn't teach him basic English. He learned math and reading from at home. My mom taught him.
So he went to public school?
No, he went
Oh,
to
okay.
private school where they don't.
What
really
were they
have
teaching
English,
in the school?
Nonsense.
religion.
Okay,
They're
so that
kind
was
of-
their number one priority.
Yeah, there was like basic math, maybe addition, and
Right,
then
right.
like I doubt they even knew to read. A lot of them still don't.
And that's
in fact-
sad, yeah.
In fact, I met someone who was around 30, and he says he still can't read. He's going now for lessons to learn how to read. He can't read street signs because they never taught him.
How many people, Esty, how many people are out there that can't read the sign, can't read an instruction booklet, can't read Obamacare's 5,000
That's
page
everyone.
No, but it's true. They can't decipher. And I'll tell you something. That's called what you said before, the dumbing down of America. I mean, let's face it.
But
We
how
have
is it-
no. Go ahead.
But how is it dumbing down when everyone's so into college these days? More people have degrees
So
now
into
than back
what?
in the day.
Oh, well, because here's the thing. Every high school kid thinks they're entitled to go to college.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, some kids
they are entitled to go to college.
Some kids learned a trade. Some kids weren't college material. They learned how to use their hands, woodworking, electrician, plumbing, something like that. But nowadays, all of the gals and the girls, the gals and the guys go to college, and they spend a couple of years partying. They drop out, go back. By the time they're through, 8 years has passed. Very few people graduate in 4 years. If you look at the nation's average, mostly 6, 7, 8 years they'll finish. And then they're thrown out into the workforce with nothing behind them, because what they learned was probably just a lot of feel-good kind of history, a lot of feel-good kind of
You're
just
saying they're not really educating
they're
them?
not getting
What they need?
now you're talking,
Experience?
they're not getting the basics that they need to go out into the world and actually be functional actually
Ralph,
do
that's-
It's just the paper you're saying.
No. See, that's where you're wrong. College is a transition from being a kid to a grown-up. We know that you're a little kid. We know you want to party. We know you want to have a good time. So what we do is slowly we put you through college. We educate you a little bit.
Mhm.
We let you have a good time. We scare you into becoming adults. And after 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 years, sooner or later, it's going to come through your head. Hey, man, the time is over. Just ending high school.
when does it
doesn't-
go? When does it get through these kids that are still in their mother's basement
23, 24
at
years old.
35 years old?
Okay, and you know what? I love America for that. We're supposed to love our children. We're supposed to take care of our people.
35.
I'm not saying throw the kid out the
Till
street.
50 years old. Be there for that person. Don't let him be alone.
That's what they do in the old country, by the way, where all the young Italian kids would stay home, and you turn around, they're 40 years old, and mommy's still washing their clothes.
I want my kids on.
It's a little wacky.
Ralph, I want you to try. I know you.
What do you got there?
So I haven't.
What do you
I
got to
haven't
me? What are you
tried
trying
it
to do to me?
I want you to all taste this chocolate. Neil, taste a piece of chocolate. Take this around, and you have a bag over there. This is called Atelier, a French name now. Atelier. No, it doesn't.
That's good.
It
That's
doesn't
good.
have the Atelier Coco. 347
Mm.
228 1568 347 228-1568. They even heard. Listen to this.
Let me
what I
tell you
heard.
something. That was the best chocolate I've ever eaten. It really
And they
was.
even put liquor in the chocolate, Esty. Oh, they even put liquor. I think vodka and stuff in there, and they make
There's
it
vodka in
themselves.
there?
No, not this one
Go ahead.
because I don't drink.
Mhm.
But
Secretly
this-
trying to get you
This
drunk.
guy is very good.
There's
You should-
vodka.
Atelier, you should try Atelier Coco. This lady makes it herself. Each one, they make it with liquor in it. They make special order kinds. And it's very delicious, very well priced. And I'm pitching it tonight because they give
No,
us
but-
free, and they give us free chocolate.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's
You
what
got
it's
to
pitching
treat
there.
your sponsors well.
You don't like that, Neil?
Let me tell you.
Yes.
By the way, when you would say now, it's so beautiful the way you say it. Just enough Pesci. When I first listened, I thought it was Justin Opaghi show, but then I heard just enough. How'd you come up with just enough Heshy? It's a tongue twister.
He wanted it to be about him.
No.
The whole world revolves around you, doesn't it?
And that's called narcissism. It's really growing
Yeah,
in
it's a
America.
narcissistic
It's not
point of view.
narcissistic. It is.
I thought I was bad.
It is.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I have a question for you. Everybody knows the preacher when you go to his church or the
Your son
synagogue.
agrees.
When you go to the church or the synagogue and you come in there,
Yeah.
who gets up to speak? Who gets up to speak? The rabbi, the
Yes.
priest, the imam. It's just about them. They scream about God. They scream about everything. Happens to be most of the time they keep God out of it. Most of the time it's all about them.
Yeah,
So here's the deal. This is Justin Apache.
I got it.
Which religion has the biggest plate going around?
I would say Islam. You know what? No, you're wrong. I would say Islam. And you know why? Because you have these terrorists sitting in.
Oh, because they have no furniture. So
I don't
they
know
can
how you have
maneuver
a
better.
terrorist. You have a terrorist who has top of the line guns, who are able to march their prisoners in matching orange uniforms. Something is seriously wrong. They're getting funded. They have serious money, and I don't know how. It's not possible.
Well, do you realize what's happening? What's happening with those?
Really expensive. Huh?
Right. Right? You're joking. You should see the weapons. I saw the newspaper.
They stole it from us. It's our weapon.
Yeah, well, all I know is I know that I believe again, Ralph, and you're going to freak out. I had a fight with these people last
I
month.
can take it.
All guns in the entire world should stop being created.
I hate guns.
I hate guns.
I hate guns.
I despise them.
I'm not unrealistic enough to say all guns have to stop being created, but I hate the cat who's got an arsenal in their basement. I can't stand. You know what? That's a substitute. Freud would tell you about what the gun substitutes for.
So, Ralph, I want you're going to love this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
It is working. It is working.
Now it is.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you this. I heard yesterday or read somewhere that the 71-year-old man who had a 300-year-old gun in his car, and he collects antique guns. He has, let's say, I think it was 20, 30 of them in his home, and they arrested him and locked him up.
What? For having antiques?
You believe that? You believe that? He has, by the way, no criminal record, no nothing. He's in his 70s.
What was the cause of the arrest?
He was driving. They pulled him over for whatever, and they found this gun.
Did he have a license to carry?
No.
Okay.
That gun, I wouldn't.
It's
I
a
don't
300-year
think
it's an antique.
Right, it's an antique.
Right. But
That's what it's for.
still, technically, the cop is probably right.
It's so scary.
I'm
though.
just saying. I know it's ridiculous. I know it's insane.
That's my point.
Right.
You know,
if the cop wants to arrest,
is right everything by the law or in the spirit of the law?
You know, you're right, but most people are too dumbed down to realize the difference.
Well, they say who judges the
Now,
judge?
the cop can see it black and white. They say, well, this man, did you have a gun? Yes, you had a gun. Was it 300? Yeah. Can it fire? I don't know.
When was the last time it was fired? Well, I only have 62 years, and I have never fired it. So, you know.
So what happened to this man?
I'm not sure,
he
but I
got
heard about
some-
it yesterday.
You know what, Neil? Here it is. A cop, a gentleman who retired, he went and he killed his 2 teenagers' daughters, and with himself, his wife went to the local Westchester police station to report a domestic suicide. A domestic something,
Yeah, I heard
whatever.
about that.
And he went and he took out his gun and boom, boom, killed everybody in the house. Now, if he didn't have the gun, this would have never happened.
I can understand one gun to protect yourself. This was a former cop, by the way.
It's a former cop. It's not even the point of former cop. It's a former. I can give you another story over here. A guy walking into his security office and he kills. Here it is. He kills one of his.
If it's not guns, it'll be swords. People have been killing since the beginning of time. Guns aren't it.
I have a sword by my bed.
One dead, one injured in shooting at security company. Again, an employee has a gun. He starts shooting. A security company means you train them to self-heal, to be good. I can't
But
take
Heshy,
it that people are dying for no reason.
Heshy, how can you say realistically, with any kind of real seriousness, that you want all guns abolished? You have to stay within the realm of possibility.
That's the problem. He goes to.
I know you go with your heart, but
where it's just not possible.
Ralph, do you want cancer to be cleared?
Oh,
and by the way, that's another big scam. Also, would I want it to be cured? Yes, of course.
Only in America or the whole world?
I wouldn't want one other person to have cancer.
So now we spend billions, not trillions of dollars to cure cancer. So we're not curing cancer only here, all across the world. We're trying to cure AIDS, just like we cure polio. We did cure polio, an impossible disease. This is my point.
What nerve of those people not giving vaccinations to their children?
Right.
Well, that's actually a good topic.
Yeah,
how do you stand on that, Neil?
I think I'll put a gun to the parents' head. Don't let the kid in school.
If he's near your kid,
I don't want him in school.
Of course. If you're going
to
infect my kid,
but if you got the shot,
polio. Just think of polio. You know,
she has a point.
What was her point?
In other words, if a kid is vaccinated, why would he care if the other kid wasn't vaccinated? He's not going to get the measles anyway. So she makes a good point, which I thought of, what I thought was overly simple. It might be true.
But it's not true. It's not true.
You could get it.
You have one person not having it, then someone else decides.
By the way, because you're immunized, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's foolproof.
Right. And it's not foolproof. It can be 10 years later. You might need another one or what have you.
It's a booster shot. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So
did you get all your inoculations as a young person?
I think so. My parents aren't crazy.
Do you know they give you 39, 45, something thereabouts inoculations by the time you're 5 months old?
Yeah, I
That's a lot for a young infant.
I heard
to
when they
take.
give all three, I don't know what those three are, all three together.
Smallpox.
Yeah,
and,
that it causes either autism. There's a few things it might cause. People would rather give single shots of each.
Well, they want to give a shot, see how the reaction is, because there's certain children that will react poorly to the shot and immediately maybe trigger autism, something like that, because they say the statistics have changed. 1 in 150, I heard, the latest kids are autistic. That's a huge amount.
Oh my God.
Something sort of random, but in the same story.
Did you buy that?
I can't.
It sounds like a bogus stat, right?
That all of a sudden now
where did this come about?
vaccination. We're doing vaccinations from the 50s. We started. And you're going to tell me now you're getting an uptick somewhere?
I'll tell you a topic near and dear to my heart. What do you think about the drugging of our children with the Ritalin and the Adderall?
Oh my gosh, the money they're making on it, it should be illegal to give out this much.
No.
BS that the pharmaceutical companies set it up and it's all rigged.
That's not true.
The kid's a little bit, maybe he's a little hyperactive.
I tell my kids all the time, I mean, they're done with school basically, except for 2 of them. They're in college, the rest of them. And I tell them all the time, I tell them, you guys are working way too much, way too hard. I say adults, they expect 8 hours a day. You guys, they expect 12, 14 hours a day. What is that?
It's absurd.
What is that?
It's crazy.
So therefore, you fidget a little in your chair, or you want to walk
Do you know there was this young boy that I was, and he's actually my nephew by marriage, by second marriage. This kid, 10 years old, was very, very creative, a little bit out of the ordinary, a little odd, not the norm. And they took him to a psychologist who's supposedly not giving, my friend here would be aware of this, I could see by his face, supposedly not doesn't give drugs, talk therapy. Well, she, in certain cases, she does give Ritalin, and she handed this kid, or the parents, the prescription to Ritalin. And this kid was a walking zombie. He went from a creative young man who was immensely talented to an absolute zombie. And now they're fighting to get him off of this terribly addicting drug. It's a terrible thing.
And it's partly the teacher's fault too.
It is.
Because the teachers are the one recommending and pushing.
Saying, Johnny's out of
right. He's out of whack.
Okay, so today's day, there's much more ADD because, for example, it's difficult for kids to sit. Let's say Sesame Street, right? There's so much going on that when they are in a classroom and there's not a lot going on, they can't focus as much. So, like, comparing the TV show to the teacher, of course they're fidgeting, they're kind of out of it. That's not because they have ADD. It's just the kind of the movies we're watching today.
They're overly stimulated in everything, yes.
About 15, 20 years ago when my son was in, I don't know, 3rd grade or 2nd grade, I don't remember exactly because I'm not good with my memory. It's one of my weaker points. Okay. Anyway, the school calls us down, and they got 3 rabbis sitting there, and they're talking. Oh, your kid this, your kid that. He runs around too much. He this, he that. And we hear at home that you allow him to watch Sesame Street and I forgot.
Barney?
Barney and one other guy, Mr. Rogers.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, right. And, that's, it's totally unacceptable. It's, it's ruining him and this and then. I'm not one for proper, PC kind of guys. It's just not me.
Right.
I just looked at 3 of them. My wife was sitting next to me, and I say, you guys have lost your mind. These words. I said, why don't, instead of you knocking all these shows that we just mentioned, why don't you watch them, learn from them, and then learn how to teach the kids so that they'll enjoy themselves.
The kid needs to have more than just the teacher shoving it down his throat.
Right.
He needs that kind of a thing.
They walked out of the room.
Right. Let me just mention.
That was goodbye. The meeting was over.
Right. So this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. I'm sorry I didn't give out the number for the past 15 minutes. You can call in at 718-303-9090. Again, you can call in at 718. 390. No, I'm losing my mind.
313.
No, it's not.
right. It's right there on the screen.
303-9090.
It's right even Ralph's eyes. God help me.
No, you see, I said it a minute
write it down.
before. 718-303-9090. You can get us on Facebook at Just Enough Heshy. You can do Twitter, hashtag Just Enough Heshy. And you can, if you'd like to advertise with us, you can email us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7
By
to
the way,
9
can I
p.m.
put in a word
Yeah.
here about how wonderful this show has been, and how you should jump on board while you can, because this show is going places.
I love it.
And get your product on the air and keep this show afloat, because it costs money to sit in the studio.
Yeah,
That's
right.
So
true.
yeah, I
Now,
want
I
to.
have to discuss this Atelier Coco. Okay, Atelier.
We have everything
The
here. It's
chocolate,
just-
the chocolate that he gave us for free tonight. I got to tell you about Atelier
So
Coco.
what are you going to tell me about it?
It was delicious.
Yeah, a box of
Hey,
4 for
hey.
what?
It
$42?
doesn't make a difference.
Oh, it doesn't make a
347
difference.
228. No, it is 228-1568. I know my health guy over here is screaming at me.
Oh, can I tell you to say those numbers? Say those numbers.
Stop.
Say those numbers slowly and twice.
347.
Yeah, because people have to know this.
228-1568. 347-228-1568.
And what is that for
That's so
again?
nice the way
That's
you
for
did that.
chocolates.
For chocolate?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Now, Esty,
Yes.
I know you're not going to be happy, but you got to talk about the other advertisers
Nope.
as well.
Anyways, so I just wanted to mention something about
Essie.
peanut allergies. They say that there's a lot of it in America specifically, and it's on the rise because
What did you just tell us last week
what?
about the airplane?
I don't know, but the airplane. Oh, right,
Yeah.
about the peanuts that there's.
Yeah,
a-
what did you tell us? I want to hear Ralph's
So
opinion.
yeah,
on it.
there's this kid that's
Mhm.
about like 3 years old that is so allergic to peanuts that if they go on a flight, they have to make sure that everybody
Everyone.
on
I
the
love it.
plane doesn't have it.
This is insane. I mean, this is absolutely. I understand
No, they
the
can
notion.
go into just being
I know
next
just,
to it.
just breathing the fumes of the
Right.
peanut butter can cause him to go
Right.
into conniptions.
Right.
That's,
And it
it's
could be.
hard to believe. It
But
could be. This could be one out of a 1,000.
But therefore, we have to
We have to
turn
suffer,
our,
right?
our whole
have to give up our
lives
skipping.
upside down.
How could we do that?
No,
You know,
no,
you're right.
I think it's totally absurd
So,
because
wait.
today it's peanuts, tomorrow it's what? Chocolate.
Think
Do you know
about
what
it.
they say the cause is? The cause is that we use too much antibacterial. We're so into being clean.
You got it.
It's not good to
She
be that
nailed it.
clean. We need to be able
I
to
hate
eat
All
when
of
the
this,
when she
this,
says
you hate
it.
when she's
I hate
right. I
she
can't say when she's
says
right. The Purell, all this junk,
Yeah.
all you're doing is transferring the germs to one hand to the other onto the face. It's all bull bleep.
No, it's not just that. It's that there's our body
Your
needs to be
immune
able to
system.
right. Our body needs to be able to fight diseases, and because we're not fighting, because we're so clean,
We
it's
live in
fighting
New York.
itself.
George Carlin
You're not
George Carlin
exposed to
used-
enough.
Yeah, he used to say we swam in the sewer and we were happy, and then we developed.
Right,
we were,
but if
we
our
were
body
weird.
can't fight if our body can't
Right.
fight dirt, then it fights itself, and that's why we have so much. And it's more in America than anywhere else.
Autoimmune
So
stuff.
yeah, I want
right.
to take a phone
Because
call.
we're
Get a
not,
call, yeah, great.
We're
Let's
not
get-
as
let's take a
filthy-
call.
we're not as
Esty,
filthy as Haiti and stuff.
Maybe we'll get there one day.
Esty
Don't-
doesn't want to do
We could make it.
advertisements.
So yeah, let's take a phone call. Again, this
Yeah,
is the
let's
Just
hear it.
Enough Heshy Show. You can reach us at 718-303-9090. Hello, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy.
Hi, my brother just called. I'm John McDonough.
Yeah.
Did you not know he was listening? And then you're like, hey, he called, I'll call.
Yeah, I was at work and I just told him, and well, that's my brother.
You didn't know he also listened to the show?
Get the whole Irish family on the phone. No
I
problem.
was
Nobody's
your guys'
smart.
show. It's pretty cool, man. But then you have that guy, that Mozo Ralph Romeo on.
Yeah, what's happening? What's going on? What do you have on your mind? What'd you say? Yeah, what's happening, man? How you doing? You're great. You're breaking up a little bit. Go ahead.
Just like his brother. What is that?
My brother just called. I'm at work and he's
Breaking up is hard to do. It's hard to take a phone call. I didn't really get any of that. Say it again.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell, you live in Hell's Kitchen.
My brother just called you.
From Hell's Kitchen.
That's a hard place to live.
It's not the way
That
it
is
used
a
to be.
damn good place.
Oh.
Now it is.
It's called Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, I know, but it's a misnomer. It used to be very bad. Now it's like
Yeah,
yuppie
now it's-
land.
It wasn't very
It
bad.
wasn't
No,
very
it's
bad.
not.
All
the Irish bars.
You guys have, hey, Ralph, you're right. You
Yeah.
guys have a good show. God bless.
It's not mine. It's Heshy's show.
Heshy,
You want to listen to my show? Get Sirius Radio.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yes, thank you for your phone call.
Ralph,
I hope your brother heard it.
Good, Ralph. I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
And I want to change
I
topics
see you
a
there
little
over
bit.
the yes. I
Good,
see
you see me through the
Yes,
mics.
it's through
But
there.
I want to ask. I hope they see you on the camera. But I want to
I
ask you a
hope so.
question, Ralph, because ST doesn't want to do no commercials, so we're not getting paid.
No,
tonight.
no. You give us a few
It's okay.
minutes.
So Ralph, I was reading an article. I was
Mhm.
telling ST about this. That in 2025, they're going to have a mission to Mars. You know what that is? They're going to get on a
I
spaceship,
know. Yep.
and these retards, they're going to find.
It's a good word. Retards.
No, because they're going to
No, I
find.
did that on the radio apparently.
They're
I
gonna
got yelled
find-
at
I
for
think-
that.
That's a
They're
bad
going
word.
to find out of 500 applicants or something of that they've already found 33 of them or
Right.
60, something like that. 33 from America out of 50.
This is a one-way ticket, by the
One
way.
way ticket. So 20. How long does it take to get to Mars?
A few 20 years.
Really?
I think
20?
I actually think it's 9 years, 8 years.
So these people now in their
sitting next to
these
sour
these
July.
people.
I do too. I hope
But
they don't
no,
have
but
bad
these
breath.
people in their 30s
Yeah.
now are going to get on a plane, which if the spaceship is not going to take off for 10 years, so they'll be in the 40s. By the time they get to Mars in
Right.
their 50s, what do they really think they're going to
They're
do?
going to colonize Mars.
What
It's
way?
their life. It's their life's
But
ambition.
how are they going to have children on Mars?
They're going to have little Martians on Mars.
No, but I understand. But at
Oh, you
50,
have to call their kids Martians.
at 50 years old,
Here's
they're gonna
the
have
deal.
children?
These people that are freaked out about overpopulation, they want to set up, kind of like Esty, what she wants to do with Las Vegas. They want to set up a new society up on Mars.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
global warming. So I'm pretty sure
this
they're
is
like,
your thing now. You found this is what's
global
going to take
warming,
place.
we need a new place to live.
But I understand they're not going to
Yeah.
have more children.
Right.
They're going to die out over there. So
Why?
Because 50 people are 50 years old. They're not going to have
Well,
children.
when the technology becomes
Oh,
more advanced,
please.
they're going to send more people and more people
So
and more
basically,
people.
every year
This is
will be another
privately.
ship.
This is privately done,
It takes 10 years
which
to
is
get
the
to
difference.
Mars.
It's something
So
about
the-
8 years.
so
Who would risk it?
I don't know. I
That's
never
like being
tried.
in prison.
You're right.
In a ship.
Someone that has nothing to do, but you
And
know,
these people are going to give up. I mean, it's like actually, I think they're mentally ill, and these people need.
these people are very, very. Number one, they're extremely wealthy. And they have, and they're very, very into it. They're ready to go. In fact, when they started to make the list, and this was a real list where you would have to put forward something like $200,000 to be taken seriously, immediately they had about 250, 300 people sign up.
Wow.
But they had to cut it down because they just wanted certain people weren't qualified. So if you're a little wacky, you weren't qualified to go. But these
is
people
most of
that
them.
were right. I mean, if you want to go to Mars, how stable can you be? But when they go to Mars, they want to start a new colony. They want a new way of life.
I didn't know you could live there.
We used to think that we were going to do that on the moon back in
What
1969.
happened to the moon? It's not
Well, the
good.
moon wasn't inhabitable. But Mars is very close to our environment, so we
But
have
there's no air on
possibilities.
either, right? Is there oxygen?
I think Mars, with a certain amount of help, technology, we can live on Mars.
Right.
Okay,
I don't-
so global warming. That's our next option.
That's it. Now, how do you feel about I want to complete you. What did you want? That's what's happening.
That's
It's
it.
privately
Yeah.
funded. It's
Okay.
privately funded.
So yes.
And
I think it's good. I guess you could take a phone
Let's
call
take a
if
phone
you do
call.
commercials next. Go ahead.
Okay, fine. So this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. If you'd like to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090. Hello, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it
How you
going?
doing?
How you doing?
Nice. It's a Friends reference, right?
I like that, Ralph. I gotta do that.
How you doing? Yes? Hi.
Anyway, Ralph, is this the same Ralph that calls up Francesca and all the sports shows?
That was me on Francesa this afternoon. It was. How you doing, man?
Okay, what's your take on Uncle Mike?
I'd say something about Mike. He's a complex guy, and I kind of know him a little bit. When he's on the air, you get one persona, and when he's off the air, you get something completely different. But I will tell you, he uses the callers as props. When you call the show, you're nothing but a prop to lead him into his next thought. So if you think that you're making some kind of headway with the man, you're not. He doesn't care.
Doesn't make a difference. I like him. He's very knowledgeable. He knows
his sports.
stuff. Wow. He knows
How much can you stand of football? I mean, I'm a big sports guy, but I can't take it 24/7. Can you?
But he can. I'm upset that he broke up with the Mad Dog, right? He was with
Well,
Mike
the
and
dog gave him some sanity.
Ah.
Now he's like the Pope. Am I right there, brother?
Well, look at Neil. Neil is my
Do
sanity.
you call the program?
Yeah, once in a while. What about Moose and anybody else?
You know something, Mark Malusis is a great guy. And if you notice that you're able to get your feelings, you can talk to him. You actually have an exchange with the callers. What's your name, caller?
Randy.
Randy, you actually have an exchange with the callers with Mark. He's fantastic. JJ's a nice kid. He's only 23, 24 years old. Really nice kid.
Nice.
And Joe, I like Joe Benigno, and I'm not big on Evan Roberts. Randy, are you?
Nah, I mean, Evan trying to get his point across. He's trying to. I wanted to say on the show, but it seems like Evan is hogging up the airwaves.
Well, you know what happened? Randy? They took Joe out of the equation. And what's his name? Evan runs the whole program, Randy.
That's about, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, you can listen to. I have a political show that I'd like for you to listen to. Just go to the Ralph Romeo Radio Program Facebook page and check me out. And I've been on the air with my politics for about 5 years. So check me out, okay?
All right.
It's good to talk to you, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling the show. Anyways, you're listening to Just Enough Heshy. Esty promised to do some advertisements for us maybe tonight. So let's go, Esty. Give us some break.
I mean, I'm honest. This is the Just Enough Heshy show. Our first advertising people. Is Le Buffet.
Le Buffet.
Yes, located on 55th and 17th Avenue. They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if you would like catering, they do. You can reach them at 718-438-7612. We have the Black Label e-cigarettes. If you're trying to quit smoking, you can go to blpremiumesig.com or you can call Mikey at 561-239.
Mikey.
Yeah, so you can call Mikey at 561-239-5941. We have Gotham One Solution, asbestos and lead abatement.
She's
you
doing
can call
very good
Joel.
with that. She's great. No, she used to mess up. Now she's a pro.
No, but you don't understand. The quality of her voice is so great that people actually listen to this.
They actually do.
If you and I read it, they wouldn't care.
No, right.
I see.
Esty's delicious.
So you can call Joel at 917-577-2867. Again, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can like us on Facebook at Just Enough Heshy.
She's skipped green line. She's upset with me. She doesn't talk about green line.
No. I just after you talk, you don't let me. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't let you finish.
Yeah. Yes, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can get us on Facebook at Just Enough Heshy. You can also do Twitter, hashtag Just Enough Heshy. If you'd like to advertise with us, you can email us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com.
Or just scream at you.
Right.
Now,
and if you'd like to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090. Then we have Green Line Building Consultants.
We do violations. We do free consultations. We help you get through the and like Ralph, if you want to renovate your apartment, if you need a permit, you come to us. We help you. We help you with zoning. We teach you how to get through. We teach you how to get through the city's red tape. We torture you because until we get our 40 people into Operation Clean Sweep, we're going to have to deal with these animals over there. So call Green Line at 718.
That's a good line.
718-871-0318. You know, this could be like the Mike and the Mad Dog.
These guys bounce off each other.
718-871-0382. You can call me or my partner. He's very knowledgeable. He helps you. They consult with you. We take care of you. And we also do. You see how you interrupted me, Neil? We do lead and asbestos investigations, and we recommend you to other people. By the way, I was
Wait, I wouldn't finish.
I was eating some of these chocolates, and it's called Antale Coco. Now, Antale Coco, you can read at 347-228-1568. Did I read the number slow for you, Ralph?
Yeah, no, I'm saying, I'm not telling you because I tried to take down these numbers.
Let's hear it
again. I said, slow down.
Okay, 347-228.
228. What was that? 228?
Yeah. Okay. 1568.
That's it.
You know, I love you. I'm going to give you a big hug.
I love you too, man.
But I want to tell you something that I didn't. I didn't mention something about the cocoa.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, forget the store. This is a kosher. A super kosher. It's called super kosher. What is a super kosher called in there?
If you don't know, I certainly don't.
Right. But it's a kosher product. Yeah. It's called, I think it's Chalav Yisrael kosher.
Yeah, it sounds a little dangerous.
And not only can the Jewish people buy it, the Catholic people can buy it too.
But not the Christians. I'm kidding.
The Catholic and Christians are this.
Listen to this.
The Irish, we have liquor. Yeah, we have liquor.
Easy.
I'm joking, boys.
Easy.
I'm joking.
I suppose we're all organized crime, the Italians. I understand how we work on this program.
I grew up in Bexley's, baby boy. I know my boys. Really? Anyways, before we end our commercials, I want to talk about Yossi Lefkowitz. One-on-one. What do you do one-on-one?
personal training?
Personal training. Go ahead.
That's it. This is my boy here, and I want you to call him. He's gonna get me in shape. And when you see me on YouTube video, 50 pounds lighter, you're gonna say, you know what? Let me call Yossi. Yossi, why are we gonna call you? What are you gonna do for us, Yossi?
One, I'll teach you how to do the whole thing. You're not just coming for a trainer. I'm going to teach you A to Z from nutrition, the proper,
You're not
exercise.
gonna let me starve myself.
No, but no chocolate every 3 minutes. It's the only thing you got to give up.
He caught me. I knew it. I knew
How
it.
could you have a guy like that in and pass
He
around
was
chocolate?
looking at me, and I was eating it
What's the
up.
matter
And you
with
see
you?
how sick I am? You see, while
a
you're
sick
watching
man.
me, I'm still
Yeah,
eating.
talk about your machine. I feel like that's the fancy part. Like, not most trainers don't have these machines.
Well, I think that, you need to know, like I said at the beginning of the show, you need to know where you're going and where you're coming from in order to get somewhere. So
yeah, and you have like 17 certificates. Basically,
Wow.
you are the most
Like
qualified they have
GPS.
out there.
Well-
Basically, is there anybody more qualified? Have you met anyone who has more certificates than
we're
you?
all growing on a daily basis, and we're all trying to
Look
get
how fair he
It's
got.
trying to
not-
get
it's only
by.
how many certificates. He's a qualified trainer who will help you.
He has the
he has a very
equipment.
good success rate, and I'm very proud of Yossi. How do we reach you, Yossi?
You can give me a call. You want to name it off, or should I?
Esty,
Yes,
Esty's
at
delicious.
yes, you can call him at 347-816-5207. He's located on 16th and 48th. He'll give you the exact address if you call. Again, his number is 347-816-5207. So yeah, he can get you in shape.
And for all you senior citizens that want to go to the Palm Gardens Adult Medical Daycare Center, you call Ellie Taub at 917. I know Neil's laughing.
No. I just want to know how many seniors are listening right now.
You know what? It comes
What, their fingers got stuck on the dial. They can't turn it. What
It's not
happened?
only the seniors. If you're a young man and you have a senior citizen parent and you want to put him in a nice daycare center,
Right, because you don't want to spend time with because they drive you
you're
up
just
a
a
wall.
delicious man. 917.
Hey, I take care of my mother. Don't tell
Okay,
me.
you do a good
Yes, I
job.
do.
903-5375. By the way, I want to
Just say it again because you kind of cut off.
Well, too bad. Yeah, anyways, Ralph, by
Yes.
the way, in a week from Wednesday, is it Wednesday or Thursday, we have a holiday called Purim.
Right.
We dress up like Halloween, but it's not Halloween.
Mhm.
You know, we go around, we collect charity for the poor, we
Mhm.
give charity to the poor.
Pocket.
And you come around the ballpark, Flatbush, even Manhattan.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. There's limos blasting music.
I know it's a great
through.
holiday. It's a
Have
big
you ever
holiday.
been in Brooklyn? It's crazy.
And my house is open to anybody who wants to come for a meal
Okay.
or a drink, especially you, Ralph. You don't have to put, you don't have to
I'm
put on
there.
the
yeah,
beanie.
our house
I'm
also.
there. No yarmulke?
No yarmulke.
I'm
needed.
there.
And not by you, but you know
You
what?
could dress
why
up like
would
a
you
Jew.
wear
It'd be pretty
that?
funny.
Can I dress, with
Yeah,
the...
you.
Oh my gosh.
you see that?
No, they're gonna ask you, what are you dressed up like? You'll be like,
So like a Gentile. I don't know. But you're right. I'm saying about, but they'll know it's me right away. Yeah, I know that. They know an imposter when they see one.
So yeah,
No,
Neil, do you know what you're gonna be?
Yeah.
You're not dressing up,
now,
are you?
Now, Ralph, I
He's a good man over
wanted
here,
to
yeah.
do
Tell me you're dressing up, Neil. Neil, tell me you're dressing up.
I might dress down.
Do you know what I'm dressing
What
up?
are you dressing up
I'm
like?
dressing up to piss all of you people
Oh,
off.
right, the Corva man.
Easily
Not
done.
the Corva man.
No, don't dress as a Corva.
I didn't even think of that, putting up the sign.
Do you know what that is an equivalent in Italian?
What?
A bouton.
A bouton.
Right.
I'm going to
And
have that.
you know what if I called the young lady on the street a bouton and she knew what the hell I was talking about, she would kill me.
See, that's
Yes.
so now you got.
We're waiting for the day when they call the women that and when they slap them. We're
I'm
waiting.
surprised you didn't get,
No, I'm never going to call them a bad name. I'm going to make them call themselves a
This
bad
is
name.
the name of your nightclub coming
That's
up.
his dream.
Did you ever go to a store and it said on the store in English, shalom, and then all the many languages, different hellos, how to do it in different many languages?
Yes.
So in my club,
Yes.
Club Corva, when
Yes.
you walk in,
You're still-
all over the world,
Just so
in
hard-headed.
every single language, you're going to see that word Bhutan and whatever.
The bouton.
Bhutan. Anyways, but I
This
want...
is his mommy issues coming out again.
This is very Freudian.
You're not
very Freudian.
Do you know what Sigmund would have? He'd have a field day with you.
Sigmund will be giving me coke, but I want
Well,
to
you would have not stopped
He
doing
would have stopped doing cocaine.
I was in the middle of telling you what my costume is.
Go, I'm sorry, go.
So my
sorry.
So my costume is going to bother you, since you know that I'm against the American flag and all that stuff. Not that I'm against
You know,
it.
by the way, wait, hold it.
I'm not against it.
Hold it. You got to qualify clarify. You can't just come out with that. Otherwise, all the dials are collectively turning off.
It's okay.
Well, explain yourself.
I believe that this country is a country of we the people. I know the flag is there as a symbol, but it's not the flag that represents this country. It's the people. The people that love each other.
You're right, but say it that way.
Right.
Don't say against the flag.
So people get angry at me. Oh, you don't love.
But explain yourself.
I love this country.
I love this. No.
Yes.
I love the land.
You appreciate everything this country does for us.
Right.
And therefore, one of the things that you appreciate is that you have freedom to do whatever you want with whatever you want.
Well, not
as long as they're over 15, I think, or 16.
Okay, so what are you dressing up like?
So I'm dressing up. I'm going to dress up as Uncle Sam, but not Uncle Sam. It's going to be Uncle Heshy Sam. I'm going to wear the costume, the American hat, the big
top hat.
Did you buy it yet?
I have it. I have the coat, the Uncle Thing coat. I'm going to put now, thanks to her, I'm going to put Corverman in the front, and I'm going to put
won't quit.
And I'm going to put on the blue beard, the white hair, which I have anyways. Me and you, Ralphie.
Yeah.
And it's going to have to be red somewhere. I don't know where to put red. Maybe red on behind, so when I sit down on the flag, you all don't freak out.
I want to ask Yessie something.
Please.
Yessie, maybe give him a mic now. Yessie, what are you being for Purim?
I don't think I'm going to do anything.
No. Hello?
I'm very boring.
No. I am like the angel of Purim. I go around saying you have to dress up. You keep all the laws of religion. This fun one you can't keep.
It is fun.
It's the best one. Why on earth wouldn't you? It's like I'm not going to eat donuts or latkes on Hanukkah.
Oh, so do you give things up for these? You just said you're not going to eat donuts, and do you give things up for these holidays?
No.
Do you abstain from something? Is that? But I know Purim is a dress-up holiday.
Right. I could be on a diet, but I'm still going to eat it because it's Hanukkah. I should be able to, So you have to dress up. Think of something.
When do you eat the Humantaschen?
Oh, that's Purim. That's it.
I got it. Now, come on. Was that good or what? That was pretty damn good.
Do you know what the reason is for Humantaschen?
Inside stuff.
Everybody wants to bring us Humantaschen.
Do you know what the reason is?
Chocolate Humantaschen?
I was in a couple of Purim plays. Seriously, as an actor.
Do you know why there's a Humantaschen?
I don't.
It is like because the bad guy in the story supposedly his hat was shaped like the Humantaschen. Like
is that the reason why?
That's one of the reasons.
My goodness.
It's so
random.
random.
It was something so profound.
I didn't know that.
That's what
it comes down to.
It's one of the reasons. I don't know about the others.
I didn't know that. You know that hat is the same kind of hat they wore in the American Revolution.
Probably, yes.
By the way, I love your callers. Do we have any?
No.
Oh, I forgot to get the number.
Wait. Before we get off the air, let me just say one thing. If anybody wants to I do this on my program. People think I'm nuts, but I like this because I get such great response. If you want to get in touch with me, for instance, I'm going to give this 1 second. 646-492-2436. Once again, 646-492-2436. Text me or call me there. I'll give you any info you want on my program, anything you like. And these folks were great in having me down here. That's all I want to say. Go ahead.
I want to say what I'm going to be for Purim.
Yeah, please.
I'm going to be an Egyptian. And my family's going to be an Egyptians.
You didn't play that song, Walk Like an Egyptian.
Oh my gosh, every club I'm going to go to, I'm going to be, not club, like a party, I'm going to be doing that hand gesture thing. But, so we give Shalach Manas, it's called. It's these like baskets. You're supposed to give like these baskets to a few people. It's supposed to have a certain amount of food in it. So our theme is going to be Egyptians have to do with Passover. Mm-hmm. So we're going to put in like those matzah and all the...
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be like an Egyptian Purim Pesach thing going on.
You've thought about this a long time.
My mom, she's very into this.
Good. That's great. It's fantastic. It's a great holiday, by the way. You know what we do? The Catholics are into blood and guts. We're like, we got the cross up there, the blood's coming, and we're not happy until we're crying. We're just, You ever been to a Catholic funeral?
No.
It's a frightening thing. It's a frightening affair. Let me tell you something. If you walk in a good mood, you're never going to walk out. It's a terrible thing. Everybody's in it. By the way, they would mourn people. They would mourn for 2 years. The wife would dress in black.
For 2 years?
Yes. And with a veil over her. That's the old school way of doing it. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so
nobody cares.
By us, when your woman buries you, in 90 days she's got to remarry. I got rid of the bond. Let me go to the next one. Yeah,
because he buries you, she got to be married.
My 95-year-old grandfather kept saying, "I'm going to be married." I said, "But you're an old man. Don't worry. I'm going to marry."
And did he?
Yeah.
No.
How many children do you have?
I have 3 boys.
Nice.
If he would have had a girl, everything would have been different. He would have liked women. His only example of women His only example of women is his mother. If he had a daughter, he would never use this
I have a lot of
word.
girls that have hung out in my house.
Nope, it's not the same. She would have been your little girl. You would have done everything for her.
I have a delicious girl called Abigail, Neil's baby, beautiful, gorgeous blonde, gorgeous. I want it for my son, but they're not working out so good. And I had this girl in my house since she's a little tight.
I like the way these are sides. He just gets, go ahead, he gets them all in.
She is there with my house since she was a little girl, and I loved her so much. You should see this girl. She's just gorgeous. And today I hear she's just beautiful. And she was always in my house every single day. She was like my little baby. I almost stole her. I used to call her Tishla for a while, you know? And then she went back to the family. I think she dumped us.
If you had a little girl and the first time you would call her Curva and she'd start crying, you would never do it again. That would have changed her.
Put a smile on her face.
That wouldn't have happened. It is negative.
His daughter.
It is negative no matter how
I
he
want
says
you to
it.
know we went away for Passover 3 years ago, and my son invited down some of his friends, some boys and some girls. They came over to the house, beautiful little girls, and they dressed all nice, religious. You know, they were 17, 18, 19 years old. And all of a sudden, it comes the night where, like Saturday night, we're able to go out. And these are beautiful girls. They sat at the table, religious, talking to me, religion. And all of a sudden, Saturday night comes, and I see these little Corvas walking out in 19-inch heels. And I get up screaming, Corva!
Yeah.
And they got shocked. And my son says, Tom, what are you doing? I says, where did they come from? Who are these crazy women? So these girls, they can switch sides at any time.
So you're the only one who can be inappropriate. Women can never. We don't have that right. Double standards much?
Well, that's why men are in charge.
Because I see.
This is Heshy speaking, by the way.
I know.
Heshy would like to know.
This is not the management.
This is not the management of 620 AM radio. FJ, it's not you.
So this is the Just Enough.
I have an article about why men are better than women.
This is the Just Enough.
One article.
Who's driving that spaceship to Mars, a man or a woman?
Oh yeah, they're the dumb ones. You just said that.
The man. The women who are sitting in the back over there.
You just said that they were dumb for going to Mars.
Exactly. All of them.
And they were men. So men are dumb.
No,
that's what happened right now.
I love it. Ashley, you got him.
No, there's women on that boat.
You
All of a
got
sudden,
him.
who's doing it? Men. Oh wait, you just said
Who's
people
in
that are dumb.
charge? Men.
And now all of a sudden, I got you there.
I apologize to my mother.
Anyways, okay, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. You have a few more minutes to call in. You can reach us at 718-303-9090. If you'd like to, we're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Yeah, we have our Facebook at Just Enough Heshy, Twitter, hashtag Just Enough Heshy.
Twitter at all for a while.
And if you'd like to advertise with us, you can reach us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. Okay, go on with your weird random story. No?
No,
I want to look at my Twitter.
I'm looking at my Twitter.
Okay, let's say some secrets about him while he's not looking.
I don't think you can hear us right now. What is this Corva thing?
He says it's so good. You know what? I'm going to have
say again.
Make it sound nice.
You know what? When the people come into my club from now on, and they're going to hear your voice, you at the Corva. I thought it was going to be me, but you.
But you know, you're right about the heels. How they walk on these heels is beyond me.
By the way, it was invented by a French man to make women suffer.
It's a very sadistic man.
I was at a wedding with 1,000 people last night.
Yeah.
And I thought these girls are normal, but they're crazy. They were walking around. I'm telling you, any minute they were going to fall on me.
You know, we're trying to do it for the men, so don't complain. We're trying to look good for you guys.
And you know how much those shoes cost, Ralph? They're like $2,000 for a pair of stupid shoes.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't ever bought $2,000 shoes.
Please don't. What do they call Louis Vuittanos?
Yeah, I don't believe in name brands. I feel like you're selling out.
Chung, what? Some Chinese guy.
If I'm gonna have somebody's product on my back or my foot or somewhere, I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm gonna have like Nike here, so Nike's
Let
gonna
us
give me
quickly take a phone call before we're done. Hello, you're on the air with Just Enough Heshy.
Yeah, hi, Ralph. You're doing such a great job. You have such a great radio voice. I think you should tell the whole kit caboodle that's sitting around there to go on vacation. You take over for a few weeks.
Who is this?
I'll be from Manhattan.
Hey, Avi, good to talk to you, man. I'll tell you, Avi. How do we know each other? Do we know each other?
No, we don't. But I enjoy listening to you. But let me tell you, it takes 9 months to get to Mars.
Okay, 9 months. A mere 9 months. It's not a big deal. Now tell me, Avi, are you going to be on board?
Am I going to be on board?
Yeah.
Well, I need everybody on the show to be with me.
Oh, that's going to be a little difficult because we don't. You know something? I think it costs. I'm serious. When I said before that it costs about $250 million.
No,
a quarter of a billion, even a quarter of a million to even be considered.
No.
So immediately you have to show your money, then you have to qualify, and then they're very, very serious about this.
It's a $6 billion mission.
Yeah,
I need to keep my sanity. I need all of you with me on the spaceship to Mars.
You think they have a radio?
You have a lonely life. Don't
Try
you?
sitting in a room with us for 2 hours.
And then you'll change your mind. And by the way, I took a big chance coming into this Sharks Den. They treated me so well tonight.
Yeah.
I've had them on my program, Avi, and then I came on theirs. It's a wonderful thing, man. We're really connected.
Do you know about the Ralph Romano show?
It's not
Romeo.
Romano, but you're
Romeo,
close.
sorry.
It's like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Avi, you have to listen. You have to listen to me on Sirius, or you can listen to me on 9:30 a.m. or you can listen to me on 9:70 a.m. and on the FM side too. But if you want to get in touch, just give me a ring at Sirius Progressive Radio. Give me a ring at 646-492-2436, and I'll appreciate it. You can call. We'll talk about it.
Does it have a number? The Sirius.
It's on a couple of numbers, but it's progressive. It's Sirius Progressive.
So yes, so we're coming to the end of our show.
It's time for my show. I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah?
Anyways, Avi, thank you for your call, Avi. Avi, we appreciate the call again. Anyways, you're all. Thank you for listening
Pleasure to
tonight.
have you.
Ralph, it was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. I enjoyed
It was a
it.
pleasure to have you. Before we close out the show, I'm going to give you a quote, and it's a very simple quote. Then I'm going to rant a little bit, if you don't mind. You don't make
You screwed up on quality.
Really? I'm sorry.
Oh, right. What a bad
yeah, but you know, I rented a car. I leased a car from
you told me how they screwed you. No money down, no this, and all of a sudden it was 2,000.
Okay.
I didn't let them do it to me this time.
And they got me.
Yeah.
They got me. Anyways.
That's it.
Anyways, I want you to hear this.
I'm not going to take your car back if you don't lease another one from me.
Neil,
suck my, Neil,
the show's coming to end. You don't progress. You don't make any progress by standing on the sidelines, whimpering and complaining. You make progress by implementing your ideas. And I'd like to close up the show with a little rant. Dear friends, I'm a plain person. I'm a regular guy, defender of the weak, lover of all people. I support the poor, forgive the wicked, not really. I truly believe I'm an angel sent here to help the world a better place. Thank you for joining the Just Enough Heshy show. Please listen to us tomorrow night. Good night.
Спонсор точного времени – ресторан «Артхаус».
Самое сложное в ресторане прованской